Hello and welcome to Tales from the Temple Tankard. I am Jim, aka Argent Wind, your dungeon master for Avress, the Shattered World, and we are here today, picking up where we left off last week here with the mystery of Mornhold. The party had, after a very difficult time there with Eddie's funeral and spending some time uh, doing some downtime and learning some skills and doing some things with friends and family around the house and around the city of Ravenscrest and in Port Oris. They eventually realized they needed to deal with some uh, some. Let's see here, making sure we have here. Um, they ended up meeting with Excelvion, one of the heroes that had met that had dealt with the Dark King centuries earlier, an elf bard from an old Karoon, linked to Lucas actually, um, through Lucas's college, uh, and though he'd never really met the man in person, had seen him, had heard of him at least. They learned from him a little bit more about what had happened in the past there, some more about the actual the coins of the Dark King, learning about a couple new ones and one of the names of one of the creatures bound to the said coins. Um, uh, Afterwards, they did some training at the Falcon Wing Academy and learned that Trevor had been. Oh, lost Bernie there. Right, back. That Trevor had been sentenced. His court, the court had taken place, and learned that he had been sentenced to 6 months in prison in a military prison. Um, but that part of the reason why there's no contact currently, because there's really nothing that um, there's no way to contact person when they're locked away in this fashion. I checked at the Montgomery Cemetery and found that it was cleared out and cleaned up. That there was a caretaker there, uh, hanging out and doing work, but everything else was gone, cleaned out. Um, they spent the evening there at the Copperhead Inn. Spent a little time talking with Mabel and Addie's friends a little bit there. And that evening, Amethyst decided to try something new, and that was actually linking with her vision to Wraith without him noticing, and managed to hear a little bit about what was happening and the fact that Wraith was actually on his way via airship to Dravier, the capital city of Garavon, far to the south. Knowing the trip would take about roughly 2 weeks or so, he was still at least well over a week from getting there. Knowing that they potentially had a way to get there very quickly, the party decided to take care of something else, and Sora's sister had informed them that one of the shipments from Shorehaven was missing. Should have been there days earlier, and they decided to go down and check this out, especially since the location, the area where it likely went missing, was very likely near one of a vision that a place that Amethyst had seen in her vision earlier, a place they'd learned was called Mornhold Tower. She had seen Wraith on the deck of the airship, leaving some lonely, ruined tower in the distance, and this very likely could be that same tower. Party followed the went along the road south, found a spot where a wagon had been ambushed and taken off the road. Moving out, they found a small thicket of trees where they dealt with some ambushers who came out there. And the ambushers, well, at least the leader of them was known to Sora, being one of the first men that she ever put away in her early career as patrolling the roads for her family. But before we jump back in with the rest of the tales, Eldon had stayed behind in Ravenscrest, working on his projects and getting more progress made with the Eldritch Cannon that they were putting up on top of their house to act as an anti-air defense, and making pretty good progress there, and didn't want to leave it in the state it was. But a day or so after the party left, there was a big commotion as the Sable Drake arrived in town, actually a little over a day early. Um, the They offloaded some crew, including Voldo, the mercenary that they had rescued long ago from the deepest area of Invarnax Tower, from the Slod. He and a bunch of skirmishers moved as part of the contract that Dennis Fairwood had made with the Crimson Hunt. Were there to bolster the defenses and act as a little bit more security around the town, wherever they were needed. But the Sable Drake itself was being loaned to the Tails, to for their use in whatever they needed to hunt down Addie's killers. So Eldon, you, uh, I will say, you're up on the roof there when you see the Sable Drake coming in. You know what that means. In fact, that they're there. Um, you may have a way to maybe catch up with the party. Now that you have a little air travel on your side, you don't have to worry about traveling by horse or via ground. You can fly straight to the area they're suspected to have gone. So when you step away from your project finally, it is in the stages where Seb is sort of like putting the fine touches on things there. It is a Manatech cannon. Essentially, it will have a limited number of shots based on how much energy can be stored in the accumulators. But you think it's going to have at least a good, at this point, a good 4 shots the way it is right now before you have to swap out accumulators and try to essentially reload. But you're working on some ideas around that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
However, you have a bit of a breakthrough in that in working on this, you have accidentally, while holding the accumulators and trying to work on the spell plates and lining things there, you discover that you can actually infuse energy back into an accumulator. Essentially, you can give up a spell slot to put a charge back into accumulator.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So you can kind of feed energy back into it there for 1-to-1, one charge to one spell slot. So a third level slot would do 3 charges in.
Okay,
So
cool.
so you've and it was sort of an accident while holding the conduit material and holding the kind of the loose materials of that you try to cast something, you're like, oh, that shouldn't have happened. Um, and you realize that you expended the energy and nothing happened, but the accumulator was suddenly more charged. And so experimenting around with that there, you determine that it's something you can do with Artificer, essentially.
Okay, sweet. Yes.
So a little something extra that has a little discovery you've made at least. Um, at the Sable Drake, essentially the crew is there. Captain Anthos and his wife, the first mate, the guys running the crow's nest, and Greta is there as before. Um,
Aw.
and they are pretty much ready to go whenever you are at this point. They're just the captain's like, "Oh, I assume that everyone is here, correct? I mean,
Um,
um,
well, actually, there was a bit of a change with what. Yes. So the individuals of our group, Tails, yes, went to go and mm, attempt to work on some missing shipments. Yes, and well, I actually need us to go ahead and take the uh, ship, and we need to go north,
south,
south.
southwest."
Yes. No,
So
no,
we'll just so back over on the map
southwest.
here.
Yeah,
Essentially, we have
we are north. Yes.
yes. So you are here. The tower is there. The green line is the old road, as it was
Ah,
known, and so essentially, it's sort of like in the area there. I would say that it's very easy if someone has a sending stone and wants to send to Eldon where you're at, roughly. Um, it would make
well,
sense. It
yeah, I
did take
can
you
go
about
ahead
2 days
and
to get he it took the party about 2 days to get here, so um, roughly, and it is nighttime where they're at now. So it's kind of the it is the night of it is the third night of leaving since leaving Raven's Crest. So as the ship is there, Captain Anthos is like, "Well, we are ready whenever you are. If you want to load up, and we can take off and potentially eventually meet them." Uh,
Uh, yes, of course. One moment. I need to run and grab a couple of things, and then I will be ready to go.
of
Yes.
course, of course. And so basically, he's like, he calls to his first mate there, Sterosh, go and secure some things. We'll make sure that all is in order before we take off. But you're ready to go within the hour.
Yes. Okay.
And so, yeah,
Yeah, I'll go give Seb like a couple of blueprints of like a couple
sure,
of other things, like some ideas for like digging out more to make for the mushroom um,
sure,
thing
sure.
under the mushroom grove under the house, uh, and a couple more ideas, and just some notes on securing the massive hole that we just cut through Amethyst ceiling.
Actually, to
Um,
correct that there, based on where things are, you realize, and thanks to Seb, actually, uh, you discover that the better place to put it would actually be almost directly over the front door, and near the front of
oh,
the
okay.
house, as opposed to in the back. Also, because that goes almost straight down to your workshop down there. So, because your workshop isn't back here, it's up here. So,
Ah, okay, yes.
so,
So
um,
securing,
yeah.
making sure there's no leaks
Yeah.
from anything, and yes,
Absolutely. And so yeah, so you've been kind of putting down the conduit, the channel that you used for the conduit to roll up and down where it needs to go, and kind of securing things in place there. So yeah, he assures you he can finish up the connections and everything else that are happening here, while he's not able to do the spell plates and everything else like that. That's still a project in the works there. So you're getting kind of a little thing set up there.
sweet. Okay.
So. Um, yeah, uh, essentially, I see some folks get the material set up. Um, quick reprovision of getting some supplies, and then you're able to hop on board. Now, something that while you're doing all this, and I mean, you realize that you kind of like do the mental math because you're a little nerd that way. Um, uh, you realize they got here a lot faster than they should have based on because the timetable they were going to be here for 2 more days. And so in checking things out, you discover that there's been a bit of an upgrade for the Sable Drake. Specifically, they've added in two full accumulator arrays that will essentially be able to be cycled and keep the ship in the air almost indefinitely. Essentially, they can just kind of like run off one set of batteries. When that starts to get low, they switch to the other, and so that they can just kind of cycle through. And as the first one's recharging, they can literally keep the ship in the air almost indefinitely. This doesn't need to put down maybe every week or so if they have to, but they can really have a lot longer range than they used to.
I would go to Greta. Um,
Hmm.
yes, Miss Greta, this is truly fascinating. I am so impressed. Um, yes, brilliant. Did you come up with this design?
Oh well, it's more along the lines that we have a number of people working on different designs, and I mean, this wasn't my design, but I helped to implement it at least. So there are other ships. Actually, the Gilded Goose yeah, has something similar, but they also use a little bit more of a lift from the balloon aspect there because they're a different style of ship. So they have a little more range because they have that, but they also they had a two accumulator array in there. And they also use a little bit of elemental power, which Salea's been doing a little more along those lines now too, to kind of give the ship a little boost when it needs to have it.
Yes, I also, I'll point to my hawk, um,
Hmm.
or owl. Yes, I too have been working with elementals for a couple of months now. Hmm, this is inhabited by a fire elemental. It is truly a very interesting field.
Yes, uh, she tends to summon up air elementals, and the air elementals can give the ship a good push where it needs to, or fill the sails in spots where the sails aren't picking up as much wind. And it makes things a lot easier, and we get a lot more speed out of things. Takes a little load off the accumulators, and we can get a little more range. So, um, effectively, you guys are able to take off within the hour again. The ship is up in the air and moving along at a pretty good clip. Before you leave, however, Elia will pull you aside, letting you know that I mean she's concerned. She's been in touch with Amethyst, and she knows a little bit what's going on here, and that they think they're heading toward uh, that tower that she saw. Um, but there's just something's off, Eldon. Um, I'm a little worried. There's just something strange in the air. I don't know what it is. Just the ground, the air, there's just something out there. Um, I don't know what it is. I've never felt something like this before here, but there's just something dark and strange that's looming. I don't know where it's coming from or what's happening,
Uh,
but be careful and get there as quick as you can.
uh, yes, Miss Elia, and I will do my best, of course, to protect your relations. Do not worry, and uh, also, please be careful. Uh, mm, we do not want a repeat. Um, so please,
I'm not going anywhere, and I think I'm staying. I'm staying in town here. And if I do have to go anywhere, it's going to be with a large group of uh, skilled people.
yes, um, please do not leave town uh,
Yes,
until we get back. Yes.
yes. I'm sure I'll be staying in touch. So, yeah, get there as quick as you can, and keep and watch out for whatever's going on out there. I don't know. Just stay safe and take care of the ship.
Yes, I am truly fascinated by the. It is an incredible thing. He's going to then start
Sure.
on the conversation of the things he just found out about
She
until
will she'll
like
go ahead and just say that's kind of pat literally like kind of pat you on the head, turn you and kind of nudge you off toward the ship as you're still talking, and essentially just get you on board, and um, you can shift your conversations over to talking with Greta and whoever else on the ship there.
yep,
Um,
yeah. I'll do that.
so the ship is up in the air, taking off, and we find ourselves cutting back to the forest as the ship is en route. Now, you managed, the group here managed to take out all of the enemies, including their leader, with no casualties. People were taken down there, but they managed to stabilize them all and kind of keep them secured and such. Um, most of them are obviously very injured. A couple of them are unconscious still. They're just sort of like lying down off on the side there. You have them bound and watched and everything else, and keeping an eye on everybody. But Sora, you find yourself like confronting their leader, Dexrin, who the more you think about it, you recognize a little bit more of this guy here. He was skinnier when you saw him last. It was about 6 years ago, roughly. 'Cause if I'm remembering that right, there you were about 17 then, just
Hmm.
starting off
Hmm.
with your patrols and such, and he was one of again the first guy you took down. He was leader of a group of bandits that were actually on the road, on this same road, much further south. Um, but he's definitely the same guy, a little broader, little bulkier than he used to be, but same person there, unpleasant there. And as the sun had set, Amethyst and a couple of you were able to see not fat, bulkier, as in like he's bulked up in terms of he's been working out in prison. So, yeah, his strength has gone up a couple notches. I'll just say that. Um, so as the sun was setting, Amethyst and a couple others there off on the distance there, just on the edge of the horizon, you could see that the silhouette of that tower, still miles and miles away. It's not close. You realize like looking at it now, like you can just barely see it there, but the sun was just kind of going down behind it. And as the sun is going down, and you're kind of securing everybody here, figuring out what to do next, there is a storm rolling in from the north. Rain and it's just starting to come down through the trees, and you kind of get underneath the trees there, and where you're still staying dry, but you can hear the rain starting to come down a little bit. What would you like to do?
I think last we left off, we were in the middle of questioning him.
Yeah, I believe so. You're pretty much had secured everybody, and we're able to start questioning him at that point.
Okay, so I'm going to probably do this first. Sorry, it's going to be a spell.
No worries. I assume I think I know what it's going to be.
Oh, yeah, Zone of Truth.
Okay, so you kind of the uh, the energy kind of moves around you, kind of the wavering in the air around you, and no one can at this point. No one can willingly lie in this space. Of course, he can choose to not say anything, but he cannot lie.
How'd you get out?
Well, yeah, I understand. Good behavior and all that, and well, we let's make a Christmas saving throw. Let's see what his Christmas saving throw is. Might have a decent one.
He got bulky and better?
No, he was a leader. So holy crap. Um, I will say this though, he's not that great a liar. You realize he's managed to resist the spell, and he says that in good behavior, and you kind of give him the just level your gaze on him, and guy secured our release for doing work for him. He just got us to got us loose, and then we had to do what he says. Another year or so ago.
He worked for the jail?
No, the guy that came and got us released from jail. Ranger type. One of those military guys. They kind of put to work on doing stuff, odd jobs and everything. Koresh was his name.
Right, we got his name last time.
Yeah, just
Best friend.
And what exactly are you doing now? What has he asked you to do?
oh, we're just supposed to collect resources in the area.
Resources.
What sort of resources?
Well, I mean, supplies, labor, volunteers.
Volunteers.
Well, I
Much
mean,
like I was supposed to be a volunteer.
well, yeah. I mean, people need to do work. People need work, right? We make sure they have work to do.
So you're paying them then?
Well, I'm not. I mean, I just take them to where they go and get reassigned to where they need to be,
Where,
working.
where are you taking it?
Well, lately, yeah, it kind of points off the direction further to the west along the road. There's a place there. We take them kind of a way station of sorts, an old tower.
It's funny. We seem to be going in the same direction.
Oh, well, isn't that convenient? I can lead you there, and he's got you have him bound, or else that's like, uh,
Oh,
I mean, maybe if my hands were free, I could even help a little bit.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if I trust him.
You don't
We
trust
don't
him.
trust him.
No,
I won't even. I mean, he's
I mean,
managing to.
so, but
You would make the insight check anyway, but I mean, it's the bare minimum is you don't trust this guy. You might get a little more. Yeah. Um, you realize he kind of glances around at the other guys here, and with 15 actually, and with the passes from Amethyst and Lucas there, and Torben actually, all three of you kind of noticing that the guys, his henchmen here that are awake at least, they're looking nervous. They don't seem to be too pleased with. I mean, it's hard to say why they're nervous, other than the fact that yes, they're bound and some of them are unconscious. And you beat the crap out of them, but they're definitely sort of like looking around the forest too, just a little around the trees a little bit here. You're just kind of like watching and listening, and they seem a little bit nervous, not just about their surroundings as well. Sora with a 15, you notice that there is a little bit of nervousness from Dexron as well. Like he wants his hands unbound, not just because he wants to help, but he doesn't want to be um, defenseless, essentially.
right, because who would want that?
True. But I'll also get that with a good roll there. You realize it's not just that he's worried about you. There's definitely he's glancing side to side a little bit, and while he's like, "Oh yeah, I can help you out," he's also kind of like, "I don't want to be bound here alone." Or
Assume we bound them all up and put them all up against like a tree and tied them all together.
sure, yeah, that makes sense. They're at least there, and
Mm-hmm.
like I said, these two over here are both unconscious. This one over here in the middle is unconscious, and these two are both like everyone else is either injured or barely conscious. So
Step back to the group. What do you
yeah,
guys think we should do?
by this point it is dark. Like the sun has gone
Mm-hmm.
down.
Mm-hmm. And you said that tower's miles off, so we won't reach it until like dusk, I'm assuming, or dawn.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say exactly how far it is, but I mean, it's at least like 5 or 6 miles away.
I don't
Which I
feel
mean,
comfortable
it'll be
staying.
hours to get there.
I don't feel comfortable staying the night out in the rain and as shifty as they're feeling. But I also don't know that we can carry this many people to that tower. And where's Catherine?
She's. I assume you collected her and the horses.
Yes.
Yep.
Got no choices than to camp out.
I'd like to speak to some of the men,
Sure.
see if I can get a feel of what's going on with them and if they're actually willing participants in whatever this is.
Okay. You pick one at random. Doesn't really matter which one it is. There, as I said, there's three of them. Three of them are conscious, and three of them are unconscious at this point. So, one of the conscious ones, obviously, you kind of. The one over here on the end is actually in the best shape. There, he's the one who just gave up. Like he'd gotten hit by the beholderkin once, and just like whoop, I'm done. No, they're all been stabilized.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So they are just unconscious. As one thing you did notice is that Torben was able to go around using a mana tech item that he has, able to cast Spare the Dying.
That's
So
a
he was
pretty safety spell.
Yes, no one can die on my watch unless otherwise unprovoked. Or at all.
So you can go ahead. We can put you over here to talk to this guy over here. The guy next to him is unconscious, and this guy's just sort of slumped down. Just But so you got this guy over here to talk to. He's
Okay.
he's a human, kind of scraggly hair, not very, maybe his early 20s. He looks young, kind of dirty face there, but he's got decent looking armor and a bow he's carrying. So he's fairly well outfitted with your passives, the two of you especially. It doesn't quite fit him well, like it wasn't made for him, but it's reasonably well fitting enough to be protective. His gear.
Okay.
Oh, well, what do you want?
What's your story? What are you doing here?
I'm doing work. Um, get paid to do work with the boss over there.
This is something you choose to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get paid well to get things from people and take people places and take things from travelers and such. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. And
Okay.
as he talks, he sort of gets a little more of a spine. He's just like, kind of that. Yeah. What about it? Kind of like trying to like be a little bit tougher. Um, it doesn't quite work. He's a drowned rat. He's like a little bit of water coming down from the tree above there, and he's obviously been injured a bit, and so he's doing his best though. Yeah, well, I mean, it's work. We get paid good for it. Get good food and such.
Okay. So you're not here under duress or anything.
No, I'm under a tree.
But
I mean, he's not wrong.
I don't know what this duress thing is.
I'll just walk away.
Good one. Good one. Sora will chuckle.
Torvin, kill him now.
Lucas, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I'll ask him. You seem a bit uneasy about being out here at night. What is there to be afraid of?
There's trolls that roam the area, and I mean, and then there's well, there's the hunters. The hunters are kind of scary.
Who are the hunters, or what are the hunters?
Oh, they work at the tower. They kind of like basically are they 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 work the tower. We don't get to go in the tower really. We camp outside of it. We got some tents set up outside there. We're not allowed to really go in there. We just bring things there and camp and then go back out and kind of move around the area. So they're they're a mixed bunch. But they're scary. I don't like them.
Not likely to attack you, though, are they?
No, hope not.
Just your boss seems a bit nervous about being found out here at night.
Well, we usually don't spend the night out here. We usually get back in time for. I mean, before it gets too late. The only reason we stuck out this long is we saw you guys coming, and that thought this would be easy pickings, and so, boy, we were wrong. He kind of looks over at his unconscious friend next to him.
How many people are there at the tower?
We typically only see 6. There might be some more. I don't know. Some of them come and go. We never quite see them all at one time, but I've been here long enough to know that I think there's 6 of them. And then whoever we bring in, they're there for a while, and then they go off somewhere. I don't know where they go. We don't ask.
So did you bring the shipment in a few days ago?
Yeah, yeah, the little wagon there. They got the good stuff on it. Lots of boxes of materials and building stuff, and some good strong people.
And are the people still there?
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't seen them, so I assume they got shipped out while we were out doing our thing. You don't stay long there.
Isn't this the only road in and out from the tower?
I mean, there's a south trail that goes down from the tower there, and then it's only a day or so from the coast, 2 days from the coast. I don't know what's over there, but I mean, that might be. I mean, who knows? I don't ask. I don't. I just do my job and don't ask too many questions. Questions are, well, yeah.
All right, okay. I'll leave him alone.
Torben, give me a perception check
Sure.
based on where you are. Okay.
20.
Ooh, there are, even though it's raining, you do said there are a number of um, one sec here. There are a number of, you can't help but see the dark shapes. You spent time in your youth out in the kind of wilderness area, not so much recently, but
Yep.
um, there's like birds like flitting from tree to tree. You can see some little creatures running along the ground there, just kind of off in the trees there. Even though it's raining, they're staying under the canopy for the most part there, and within the trees itself. But there's definitely movement throughout here, more than you expect, and
Okay.
it leaves you on edge a lot.
Yep. I'd pointed out to the group. I'm like, look, in the trees.
Bird goes flying off into the trees. Some little like rodent thing like runs along the ground. I mean, it doesn't seem that out of place to you, though. Most of the rest of you don't spend too much time in forests.
I don't
Yeah.
think that we should spend the night here on the road, guys. I think we should make our way toward the tower. I just don't know how we're going to do it with this many people.
Well, there is an option, and no one here is going to like it. But I look over at the leader, or the one I brought back, who should be that the one I knocked out at the very beginning.
Sure, it's one of these guys over here.
Remember when I said I didn't want to hurt you and kill you?
Yeah, well, he's unconscious.
Oh,
He's stable.
okay.
He's stabilized. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I give him my potion?
Do you want to? I mean, he'll get it back all back in a long rest anyway.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Tell me
This
where to-
guy this guy here is awake. He's
Okay.
one of the other ones. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go talk to him then and not waste a
Okay.
pot. I only got like 2 anyway. All right.
Yeah.
I told your friend here that I didn't want to kill any of you, and we kept our words on that. I am just as inclined to let you all go, but I guarantee you that I won't be able to stop my friends from being able to see what your insides look like if you cause any more trouble if we are to let you go. We have things to do.
I mean, give me an intimidation check. It's not your strong suit, but
Yeah, it's not at all. But
I mean,
it's an
yeah,
18.
it's fine. Yeah.
I'll say, but
Yeah. I mean, so I mean, the guy is obviously rattled. I mean, he's badly hurt. I mean, he's stable, but he's definitely hurt. Dextrin's he's kind of like around the backside of the tree from where Dextrin's been talking to Sora off and on, kind of hearing all this and just like, I mean, let us go. Let that. We'll leave.
and I look over at the rest of the party. I was like, it's not entirely up to me. It was their idea to spare you, as was mine. But I guarantee you, in the next interaction, I couldn't promise as such. What do you all think about letting them go? I don't think there will be a problem anymore.
Jim, do I see a cart or anything? Or did
Not
they?
here.
Okay, so
They-
they physically walked these people back to the tower.
Seems that way. I mean, there were
Mhm.
tracks. There were obviously tracks from a cart or a wagon of some kind that led off this direction. Is what you were following, but there is not currently one here.
All right, everybody up. We're gonna wake people up. I have a spell. We're gonna start walking. I don't want to stay out in the woods too long.
Do you want to go to the tower with everyone's
Yep,
everyone
yep.
depleted and hurt and okay?
Nope, nope, nope.
We're going
It's
to
gonna
take them
take
all with
10
us.
minutes. Yeah, we're gonna take them all with us. That's gonna take 10 minutes, Jim, because it's an out of game spell or out of combat spell.
You're out of combat. It's not a problem there.
Yeah.
6 creatures. Okay. I mean, you got one. There's 7 of them, so you can basically. This one's actually not that hurt, roughly. So the other 6 are. You can obviously divide up some hit points and get everyone at least conscious.
I don't need them, more than just conscious, just enough to walk.
Sure. Yeah. But after 10 minutes or so, you guys see that the kind of the healing energy saps into all of them. They are all healed up enough just to be able to be conscious and be able to walk if you want to. They are still bound, so up to you what you do next.
hmm Let's bind them. They're bound together. They're bound. Let's bind them together and let's start walking toward the tower.
Okay. It is well after dark at this point.
I don't care.
Okay. So you leave the
So
trees and start walking to the tower. It is
what are
raining.
we gonna do when we get to the tower at dark? Because they'll have an advantage.
You want to
within
keep
the
these
tower.
guys under lock and key until the morning when we go, or I mean, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah, we're gonna keep them under lock and key, but I don't want to stay here in the forest.
I mean, it completely goes against what I was. It's just Torben's just kind of like walking away at this point. He knows how bad of an idea this is.
Yeah, but what we can do when we get to the tower, where all the rest of their friends are, and probably ready to attack us?
Well, what do you want to do with them in the meantime?
I told you. Were you not listening? I said let them go. They're not a threat to us anymore, and they certainly won't hurt anyone else. And they'll be slowing us down the entire time. I'm not saying that they'll never hurt anyone again or that they won't, but I'm certain they don't want us called on them again. And I'm
I'm
certain
quite
they
happy
won't
for
do
them
us.
to just go.
Let's just let them go, be on their way. I'm not saying it would never come back to bite us, but these men went through the trenches with us. We did what we could. No one was dead, so there's no hard feelings. Am I right, everyone who's awake?
Oh, they're all awake at this point.
Yeah, they're all awake at this point. They're sort of like they're kind of looking at each other like somewhat hopeful that they'll be able to leave.
Okay. I'm looking at everyone else. As he doesn't there's no real leader in the group. Lucas, what say you?
I think we just get off the road and camp up, and then leave them there, head to the tower, sort it out, and then we can come back and do what we need to do.
That sounds amazing. You please make sure I don't see you again.
Well, I
No,
mean,
don't let them go. Just
Keep them
camp
tied
up
to a
with
tree.
them. Yeah,
Well, I'm talking about after we leave.
we can leave them there. It's only a couple of hours to the tower. Then we can come back and do whatever we need to do.
okay.
Okay.
So what's it? So you guys
We can do that. We can tie them to a tree.
okay.
And
It's not hard. They're not really fighting back. You kind of like just bind them all together and tie them up to a tree and um make sure they don't have any hidden daggers or knives on them or anything else that they can cut through the ropes. So yeah, so you're able to get them all bound. They're not really fighting. They are looking very, very nervous at the fact that they're left here. Oh, why are you not? Sorry, I'm just not wanting to.
Catherine, I want you staying right by me from now on.
I'm not going anywhere, really. This is a pretty dark and scary place. Give me perception checks.
No, I'm so good at.
You know, as you're are you guys going to set up camp and tie them up?
Tying them up. I don't know if we're setting camp or if we're moving on.
I think we need to set up camp here. It's dark. We don't want to be stumbling around in the dark, and we don't want to turn up at the tower in the dark without healing.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. We don't know how many people are there. We don't know what's waiting for us. I know the guy said that there's 6 of them, but I mean, are we trusting these people that ambush people by the side of the road?
Everyone needs a job.
Okay. So Amethyst, you will see. You will spot a decent spot to kind of set up trees in there. If you do want to camp, there's a spot for that. You find a group of trees. It's very easy to bind them to. And they just sort of all just kind of, most of them all just at this point, because while they have positive hit points, they're all beat up and feeling pretty terrible. They all kind of slump down, and some of them are asleep almost immediately. Everyone else, again, sort of the rain slackens a little bit. It's kind of up and down. But it's really kind of a steady rain.
Is it cold?
It's a spring rain, so it's not really warm. It's enough that you can kind of, it's not freezing or anything else like that, but I mean, you kind of that cold dampness is sort of setting in a bit.
I will light a small fire nearest the people we've tied up, so at least they don't freeze to death.
Sure.
See, so was kinder than me because I just would have left those unconscious people just tied up. And
Sure.
whatever.
So you kind of bound them all off to one side, to some trees.
Yeah,
And,
we'll go on the other side.
Okay. So something along those lines there. Okay. Set up a tent or whatever and camp for the night. Who wants to take first watch? Or are you going to go ahead and take a long rest? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you'll take a first watch.
I don't think you guys want me to.
I don't mind taking later because I've got dark vision, and obviously, if other people can see better when it isn't quite dark, that's.
Okay.
I don't have dark vision, so I guess I can go first. And my perception really, really sucks.
I mean, you can.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if anyone wants to team up, they can do that too. I think Torben, you have dark vision.
I think we all do.
Okay. Well, it's other than Sora.
Oh, sorry.
So if someone wants to team up with Sora, that way you have someone with dark vision, someone not, and then two other people with dark vision can each take a shift.
I'll sit with Sora then.
Okay. All right. So then, who's taking first watch?
I will.
Okay. Cool. Give me a perception check.
What? I thought me.
You just said Sora's
Well, you didn't say first watch. I didn't hear him say first watch. I just heard him.
Sorry. So who's taking
No,
first
she
watch?
doesn't have dark vision.
Sora and Amethyst are taking first watch.
Okay, gotcha.
You
All right, sorry.
First watch. You just said that you guys were taking out.
Okay, so those of you on first watch, go ahead and give me new perception checks there for that. Okay.
That's 2 better than last time.
Of course.
Okay. It is quiet. You don't really hear. You hear some cawing of birds and some other animals in the trees here, kind of off from there. You set up your own little fire, kind of secluded in the trees there, nearby your tent, so you're not freezing overnight. It's not like frigid and like freezing, but it is still getting down like in the 40s and 50s, and then the rain coming down is cold and damp. So you're able to watch passes uneventfully. You don't really see or hear anything other than the trees and the forest. Nothing comes nearby you. Amethyst, you do not feel any warning from your knife or anything. It's quiet, and your watch passes uneventfully. much of time there. So, you want to discuss while this is happening, since you two are together? You feel free.
Yeah, how you feeling since, everything?
I mean, might not want to get into too much detail, but obviously I'm worried. I'm worried for Elia. I'm worried for myself. I'm worried for Mabel and her friends. I'm worried for Kiva. I'm worried for Gildo. I'm just scared. Just, just high alert and just waiting for the next terrible thing to happen. So, yeah. How are you? How's things with the family?
Guess they're all right. I sent my brother a letter before we left town. I guess I won't get it until we get back.
You can actually go and see him face to face, don't you?
I mean, but that would require having Lucas use a spell slot to send me there. I have a sending stone, but 25 words sometimes just isn't enough.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I did tell him to try and look out for you know who, and I'll look around to see if anybody's paying attention.
Everyone else is asleep.
Very good.
I,
Okay.
I assume, yes. Unless someone else is purposely not sleeping, let me know.
Literally up in a tree, sleeping right now.
Gotcha.
Oh,
In a
cool.
tree?
Mm-hmm.
How are we supposed to wake you when you're up a tree?
You don't have to.
I'll hit the tree really hard with my shield. He'll feel it.
No.
These trees are massive. I probably would, or I would. I just
That would
wouldn't.
probably wake everybody up.
Um,
Clang.
Alrighty. So, whatever method you take there, who's taking the second watch? Is that going to be Lucas or Torben?
I'll stay up with Torvin but he's got
Well, it's going to be 2 more watches. Otherwise,
okay. Then I'll take the last watch.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'll
Lucas.
take second then, yeah.
Let's say we
All right,
can
Lucas.
wake you up anyway before we go.
So I can sleep in the tree a little bit more.
Go ahead and give me a perception check there, Lucas. As they kind of settle off there, Amethyst, things are quiet for you, and so are you able to lay down and as typical fashion for someone who's done like these kind of things, you pass out pretty quickly.
Well, yeah, I probably climbed against the tent and just knocked out.
Lucas, you hear some muttered voices and such. You're not camped close by, but you realize you're probably hearing the men over there where they're bound to the tree talking. It's hard to make out anything details like in terms of what they're saying, but you can definitely hear them, like some of them like talking off in the distance there. So you're not close enough to pick out the words, but you can hear the muttered voices off in the distance. Other than that, things are quiet. Let me just nope, I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Okay.
So you lied, Jim.
Yeah,
You
no.
said quiet. Turn order?
Yeah, no, wrong button. So yeah, you can hear the men talking. They're not like shouts of alarms, but there's enough that you can hear the voices off in the distance there.
I'm going to try and stealth a bit closer to her so I can
Okay,
hear what
go
she's
ahead.
saying.
Give me a stealth check. Okay, not a problem. When you get there and you get close enough to make out what they're saying, you start hearing them. God, um, what happened? Where is he? Oh, I don't know. He was like, and you can kind of hear the. Oh, is it one of them? Did one of them grab him? Oh, God damn it! I don't like this. I don't like this at all. We shouldn't be here. We should be back at our camp. It's kind of varying voices, sort of filling in there. Same sentiment. Are you gonna get close enough to see them?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Are they all there? There's one missing then.
Yeah, there's one missing. And how long? So you can see that one is missing there. There's actually like seems to be. Well, you can't really from where you are. You can't really make out what happened, or you assume they're all still bound. They're not all running off or anything else.
None of them cried out an alarm, so
Yep. How long are you gonna wait? Or are you gonna do? Or are you going to do anything else?
yeah, I'll wait around a while and watch.
Okay.
And then,
Okay. As you watch. Okay. Um. You hear something. Not sure what it is. You kind of look off the side, and there. And when you look back, there's only 5. And now they're actually like, "Whoa, what was that?" And what draws your attention is like somebody kind of like says something. I swear it's one of them. It's gotta be. We can't be here. We gotta get out of here. And so now they're definitely their voices are a little bit louder now. They're kind of panicking at this point.
I didn't see or hear anything. It just wasn't
You,
there.
you heard something. You looked off to the side there. When you looked back there, the guy was gone. You give me a perception check to kind of glance around the area, see what you can spot. And you're obviously at this point now on a high alert. They're looking. Okay. I mean, it is in the dark and the rain and the guys' voices. You're not picking up any sounds. You're not seeing any movement specifically. Any movement you do see, you look. Oh, it's a bird going off that way, and you kind of hear. Oh, it's just the bushes rustling over here from the little breeze that's coming through. It's like it's frustrating to the point where it's like so you watch, and as you watch, nobody else disappears.
Yeah, curious that they're not shouting out an alarm.
I mean, their voices are loud enough there that you could probably. I mean, you can definitely hear what they're saying now. They're all sort of panicking. It's like it's got to be one of them. And you hear Dexter and actually the leader guy like just stay calm, backs together, watch where we're going. You see anything, just call it out. Nobody else goes. And as they're sort of like at this point, all kind of like they kind of shuffle around, so they're all. I mean, they're all bound as much as they can. They're also not really back to back circle because they're all bound to trees and stuff like that. So but they are kind of like all looking in all directions now, like just on high alert, just like looking around, paranoid.
Is the fire still going?
Uh, Probably it's starting to sputter out because it is in the rain, but it was sheltered enough to kind of um to keep a little bit of warmth where they were at.
I'm gonna go over and stoke the fire off. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask them what's going on.
We shouldn't be here at night like this. There's things out. Uh, some of those, I think it's the hunters. They're gonna take us all if we don't like get out of here. We're supposed to be in camp. We're supposed to be, and if we're out here with you, they're good. They're gonna take us all.
What are the hunters exactly?
They're the ones who they work at the tower. They're the ones that kind of in charge over there. I don't know. There's a guy with an archer of some kind, sneaky one. Guy used a couple swords. Woman with a big mace. She just knocks people around with. I haven't seen him really do much other than just intimidate everybody running around. But I think, yeah, they're the ones in charge. There's a dwarf. He's a real wild looking guy. I don't like him. He's not. He always makes us. He always makes me really scared. The guy speaks up. I don't want to go anywhere near that guy. Kind of glad we don't stay in the tower.
How could you not see one of your companions, well, two of your companions being taken?
I don't know. I know they. I mean, it's what they do. They hunt. We, we, there's one of them. He's always like watching. He's always like there when you're not expecting him to be there, and he's just I don't know, this dark, creepy looking guy.
Have the ropes been cut or untied?
Um, they do appear to be cut. Just the where those two guys were where the two that were taken. Clean cuts, very sharp blade. Give me. It's an investigation check there. It's when you're checking out the ropes. Okay. One thing very, very odd, but where both of the guys are. You see there's a lot of like rocks and debris and like twigs and stuff like that. I mean, it's a fairly wild area here. There's a circle near where the two guys went missing. That it's very subtle. You can't be out there, but there's no debris in a circular area right next to where those two guys were. And you realize they were kind of on the edge of the group. They weren't in the middle. They weren't in the cluster. They're sort of like tied at the edge of the area there. So just this circle of where there's no rocks, no twigs.
Do detect magic.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be any active magic. There's no spell specific that was cast or anything else. I would say there's enough. Nope. No magic was cast in this area.
It's just skill. I'm not there. I'm flying. Actually, I'm totally having the time of my life talking with Greta about.
Oh yeah, actually, you guys are moving along there. You will see kind of the storm clouds on the horizon there, and there definitely is rain is coming down. Started when you guys left.
I checked the area. Do I think they might have burrowed up?
There doesn't seem to be any disturbance in the ground. Like there's no the grass is still there. There's still, I mean, there's no like sign of something breaking the ground at all. But there's no debris. There's no loose debris or of any kind.
Very strange.
Yep. Anything else you want to do there with these guys, or?
There's not much else we can do, really.
Okay.
How far into the watch is it?
Far to what?
How far into the watch?
Oh, maybe about an hour. You guys are taking about 2-hour shifts or so, roughly. So it's about an hour into it, about halfway through when this happened.
I'm going to move away.
Okay. All right.
I'm only going to cast. I'm just sitting to cast invisibility on myself. I'm going to come back and watch closely.
Okay. You watch. Go ahead and give me a stealth check just with advantage, just to make sure you don't make any noise or anything else. You were super high stealth before, didn't you? Yeah. You know what? That's fine. You kind of just slink back out of the way, invisibility, and that's totally cool. No one, they don't notice you. They're still kind of like looking around. They're still kind of panicking a bit there. Nobody else disappears. Nobody. They eventually start to like just relax. Fine. Just wait for night. Wait for daybreak. figure out some way. We'll start chewing through these ropes. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can't stay here. We can't. We can't I don't like this place. Just sort of panicking. They weren't untied. 2 of them were cut loose. The rest were still
Yeah.
tied. Okay, so your watch will come to near an end, and you want to head back?
Yeah,
Or
I'll head
okay,
back.
okay,
Wait, Torben.
okay, Torben, you get woken up, and um, it's a
Ah,
little less. The rain is sort of tapering off a bit there. Still a little drizzle, but nothing really strong. It's sort of uh, that it's late into the evening there. It's probably about an hour, about 2 hours till the sunrise. So
as
Lucas,
the tree,
Obviously.
as I get down, I'll like my legs are kind of hanging off the tree. I'll just fall backwards and land on my feet, and like kind of like a little nonchalant black flip.
okay,
I'm here for my. There are significantly less bad guys.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't know if
tell
you
him.
noticed.
Yeah, I'll tell him
what?
what happened.
Okay, you don't see them where you're at, Torben. You guys moved off and camped away from them. So
So did something take them? Do they know?
They think the hunters from the tower took them.
Getting past us. Anyway, maybe you should get some sleep, and I'll go talk to them. I promise not to kill them or let them go.
Okay, that's fine.
Definitely not let them go. Okay, if you know what they say.
okay,
And then I'll start waving at them, or like telling them I'm coming over. So what exactly happened?
I don't know. One minute they were there, the next minute we were on.
Okay, I don't believe you. There's some good news about that though. One, the creatures in this woods, which will inevitably eat you alive, it definitely wasn't them. I can see that
No,
their bindings have been cut. You all don't have any daggers, so I don't think it was any of you. If it was one of those hunters, as you say, from the tower, I'm assuming they wouldn't have just been able to sneak in here, especially without one of us seeing them.
okay, remember you guys camped away from them. You're not
True.
together.
Yeah, it's
Like
just
you guys are like at least 50 yards away, probably maybe a little bit longer, but
right, right.
depending on yeah. So nothing came by your camp as far as you know, but who knows?
Okay. So the good news is, um, I'm staying here with you all the rest of the night until it's time for us to wake up.
Your perception check. Okay. It's quiet. The guys are sort of panicking. Eventually, they do sort of calm down. Some of them do. A couple of them do just drift off to sleep. Just sort of like huddled and trying to get some sort of rest there. Uh, two of them are just sort of like constantly like looking at every single noise, at every single like shifting leaf or branch or anything else that happens there. With a 16, let me just see something. Okay. Um, you will see, not close by, but somewhere back over, like somewhere in this vicinity, kind of general vicinity back here. Not close to your camp, not close to where you are in there, but there is a dark shape moving along the ground, bigger than an animal, not big, like not a
Right.
deer or anything like that. Looks kind of humanoid by the look of things, but moving quickly away.
Hmm.
Basically, from you kind of catch him from like about there, roughly about there, heading that way. So at this point, it's
And
about an hour till sunup.
okay, and what exactly did I say again, so I can go tell the party?
A small, well, a dark humanoid shape moving very quickly
Okay, you know what?
away.
I'm just going to. Okay, I'm going to rush over to the group and then wake them all up. Lucas, humanoid there. I can go catch him
No,
right now.
not even close.
But
You could try.
Yeah, no.
I would say. I mean,
work.
you saw him probably 100 yards away when he was running already, and so by the time you get over to the group, I mean, you can't see him anymore. You can't see him anymore. He's
Okay.
gone. He was moving fast. I
Yep.
would say that.
I can move fast too. But I get them up into the group and then
Okay.
wake them all up.
Okay.
And
You guys are considered to have a long rest. You guys managed to enough rest here to get yourself a long rest. So go ahead and refresh your things.
bigger than Eldon or smaller than Eldon, just from what I've seen.
Hard to say exactly, but I mean humanoid. You had nothing to compare it to. So.
Okay.
It was, you saw a dark shape kind of hunched over running.
And I would tell a dark person, dark shaped, running that way.
You guys don't see anything. There's just sort of that very, very faint pre-dawn starting to happen.
Was he going towards? It looked like he was going towards the tower anyway, though, right?
Away, yeah.
Okay, so we're headed there anyway. So maybe yeah.
Okay.
So are we going? Are we going up there, or are we taking care of the bandits here first, or what are we doing?
I say we leave them tied to the tree and we'll go up there.
That you might as well. Why don't I just go over there and slit all their throats? Because that's the same equivalent. You're
Sorry,
leaving them here to die.
wrong button.
Not like they communicated anything to us about any kind of creature hunting people in the woods before we went to sleep last night.
Oh, let's leave them.
Yeah. Oh, before we do go off though, Jim, I have a ranger's insignia in my pocket.
Yeah.
I want to show it to them.
Sure.
Is this what they have on their shirts or chests or vests or anywhere where you can see it?
One of them, Koresh does, yeah. Maybe no, I don't think I've seen anything else on any other guys. And Dexter's like, yeah, that's why I said Koresh was a ranger. I saw the insignia, whatever it's called. None of the other ones we've seen. We don't get close enough really to them to deal with them, but never seen any of the others with
The
that.
rangers and the hunters are two different beings, then you're saying?
Well, the ranger is Koresh, and they're because the hunters, they just come and go from the tower.
This might come in handy. Thanks, guys.
Okay. All right.
Before we set off, I'll spend 10 minutes inspiring everyone.
Okay.
Go on then.
Right.
What, 10 minutes?
No, just the gist of it.
Oh, while we're doing that, I'll do aid too. Makes it easier.
Okay. And use spell slots and
How many hit points was that? 15 or 16 now?
15.
15, cool.
and you get
And
how many?
5 additional to your maximum amount of hit points.
Yep.
How
And
many
that's for
people
8.
you- sorry,
So
how many
3
people
8
you
hours.
need?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I
which
gave
3
you a
people?
new aid. Yeah, a new one.
Which 3 people?
Everybody but me.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. So, when you awaken, the okay. Oh, sorry. When you awaken, there are still 5 people there. They are miserable, and various states of exhaustion because they didn't all sleep very well. But I mean, they got enough to get their hit points back at least. So they're not completely really worn out or anything. But they look miserable.
I will tell them that we'll untie them if they are willing to walk in the opposite direction to the tower, and I will let them know under no uncertainty. I'm going to make sure that if we do see their faces again, they won't be leaving alive. So get out of here and go. And don't come back.
That's a great idea.
If that's okay with everybody else.
Well, what
Considering it
about
was
the
my
leader?
idea, I think
Definitely.
I agree with it.
What about the leader? He's escaped from prison, effectively.
He
He's not
was let
escaped. I
out.
say he was helped by Koresh. Well, we can take him to the tower if you like.
We can take them to their camp and leave them there, tied up. That's where they wanted to go.
All right.
All right then. Let's
So
go.
they basically like, oh, we're going back. Okay. All
Scared
right.
of being here, scared of being there. Which one is it, guys?
Well,
I thought
I
you were
mean,
bandits.
we're going back to the tower. Well, not really. Okay. I mean, you're calling the shots. I mean, yeah, let's go.
You don't want to go to the tower?
Or camp at the tower. We don't camp in the tower. We camp outside the tower.
Do
Not
any
allowed
of
to
these
go
guys
in
have
it.
red shirts on by chance?
Not per se.
Just out of curiosity. That's all.
I mean, they got some blood on their shirts. I mean, a couple of them, but
Some of it's theirs. A lot of it, yeah.
All right. Let's just move.
okay.
And no
So-
funny business.
All right. So, it is approximately roughly with these guys in tow, with Catherine. Are you gonna mount up and take your horses, or are you gonna walk with them?
Dagger trees.
You're actually gonna be leaving the trees and kind of getting little bits of trees here and there, and it's gonna be like, yeah. So there's gonna be a lot of open space between leaving this little group of trees, this little cluster of trees,
I'm
and
gonna go invisible, and
Lost
I'm gonna
Amethyst.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna go invisible.
Okay, that only lasts for an hour.
How long will it take us to get there, roughly?
It's about, well, you realize leading out there and seeing the tower barely in the middle of the day there, it's going to take you probably a couple of hours at least, as it is about 6 miles
I'll
away.
go the first 2 hours, and then right when I think we're getting close is when I'll
Okay.
pop invisibility.
Okay. So
Horses, especially Catherine. But we'll make sure that we have somebody tied to each horse, at least, and I'll walk.
okay. So
Catherine will be on mine.
okay. So you are taking the horses approaching. You do see there is this dark stone tower, and as you approach, you start to see that the tower is probably about 5-6 stories tall, but the top like third of it is partially crumbled. Like so, it's not like it's not intact. The tower is still standing, but literally it's sort of like one side of it has collapsed in on the kind of the topmost levels. So the tower is it says still mostly standing, but just that one little section crumbled in there. And as you approach, you don't see movement. It is a quiet, dark, forbidding-looking space. There are some trees around it, just little scrubby trees here and there. And one thing you'll note is that the trees that are surrounding it, there's roughly a somewhat cobblestone, a ruined wall, kind of outside of this area here, where that's mostly worn and collapsed. Maybe some sort of what may have been wooden buildings, kind of inside of a courtyard kind of area that have all been succumbed to the ravages of time. And you start to pick up more details as you get closer there, but you don't see any signs of movement. You don't see any signs of like campfires or smoke. Um,
Ask them where their camp was in relation to the tower.
it was around to the, well, it'd be the north, around the north side. There's some tents over there. You just maybe barely make out through there's some what could be some tents at the kind of outside the tower to the north side of it. As they pointed out, you can just sort of see it.
Are there going to be any other people there in your camp, or are just you camping there?
It would just be us at the camp, but I mean, like I said, there are people in the tower itself. And kind of getting an idea as roughly getting an idea of the dimensions of this thing there. It's probably about a good 60 to 80 feet across the tower is. Pretty large space. Um, the ruined wall is like much more spread out beyond that. But you just sort of pick your way in. You can see sort of of a kind of it's just, there's not really much of a approach that's clear at this point. There, you realize you're probably going to be walking up this tower fairly obvious with horses in tow, as this is pointing out there. Um, you've got 5 horses and 5 people being tied to those horses and such. Actually, yeah. So what would you like to do as you start to approach?
Would we know that Eldon is on his?
Did anyone message him?
I'm about to. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Hey, Eldon. Sorry we kind of left you back there. We're headed to this tower thing southwest of you.
Okay. Hold on, you get ascending.
Yes. Hello. I am on my way. There is this new fascinating thing that happened with the airship. I am so excited to tell you about it.
That's enough.
Click. So he's on his way.
Yeah.
Eldon, we will say this. From your vantage point, there is still like lots of low clouds. There's still a lot of there's still definitely you see kind of the scrubby trees, little patches of trees here and there, and far in the distance there, you kind of between you and the lookout crew, lookout guys there, they'll actually point that there is what looks to be a ruin off in the distance. It's still a ways away. Something else you notice is the clouds are taking on a different aspect. They're getting darker, stranger.
Like a
Like
storm or
not,
like arcane?
give me an Arcana check.
Can I assist him in that?
You're not there with
not
him.
here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I'm not there. We're not.
Yeah.
No.
So
36.
what you see is there is flashes of not lightning but darkness. It's almost like the reverse of lightning. Is that the clouds suddenly darken in spots. And there's just a strange aura that you're picking up from these things. It's hard to see, you're still a ways away out there, but you can see it sort of slowly moving. Not, you guys are heading kind of southwestern. This is sort of coming southeastern and spreading out. And there's no rain from this cloud. You don't see like rain. There's not really a wind coming from this cloud. In fact, as this darkened space comes into place there, the normal clouds just sort of evaporate around it and get almost absorbed by it. In the flashes, you see, well, what looked like almost skeletal hands, like reaching out suddenly through the cloud. You realize, like, this has got to be a trick of the light. This can't be right. But there's this strange aura through the cloud there that's not natural. And as
I was gonna immediately call to the captain. Um. We. Problem. Yes. Bad. Arcane magic. Yes.
What the hell is that? I've never seen anything like that before. And Eldon, with that Arcana check, you realize what you're looking at is more than likely, you've heard of this, never seen one in person. This is a necrotic storm. These, according to the histories that you've read, these used to happen all the time in the early time after the Cataclysm.
So
These eldritch
this was
storms
like
would happen.
hundreds of years ago type of thing.
Actually, more like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
There are documented cases of it happening occasionally in since then. Different types. There's fire, there's acid, there's eldritch lightning storms. There's all kinds of things. But necrotic storms were always sort of the most feared ones. Back at the tower, you guys, I would say that as you approach, you see that there is a place where you could sort of tie up the horses and lead these guys here and approach the tower. It's still a good, probably maybe a couple hundred yards away from it, so you're not like walking the horses right up to the tower. If you wish, you can kind of see that there's at least a copse of trees you can go to and kind of tie up the horses out of sight at least.
We could just
Okay.
power the horses down and put them back in
Yeah, you could.
away from
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
it's just, you have Catherine and these 5 prisoners with you. So
Catherine's coming with me, though.
sure. Um, at this point, perception checks. Uh,
From me.
no, from the party
Oh,
here at the
okay.
tower. The tower, yeah, you're set there.
Yep.
Nice, Sora. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be using. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay. So Torben, I would say you're kind of like keeping yourselves at this point as they're kind of moving into the trees there, and you're kind of like and the saddles are being powered down essentially, and the prisoners are being secured and everything else. You're kind of at least making sure all that's happening there. Um, Sora, you catch a glimpse of what might be movement at the tower, like somebody walking by this opened, almost like portcullis. Like you realize that part of the tower, there's no gate into the tower, a massive door in the tower. It's sort of an open space there, and something moves along there that you just sort of see a figure, maybe a person, walking by the opening of where the door to the tower would be. There is no
Y'all
currently
see
a
that?
door there.
Did y'all see that, or was it just me?
I mean, it's somebody walked by. You guys, the two of you, however, are kind of looking over there, and what catches your eye is the dark, looming cloud slowly making its way in your direction.
I don't need a high perception to see how bad that is.
Well, you aren't even looking up at the sky right now, so you wouldn't be. So, essentially, Amethyst and Lucas, you spot this dark cloud, and very similar to what I described to Eldon, it's not a rain cloud. There's no lightning. There are flashes of darkness in it, not flashes of lightning. As it's still a ways off, but it's slowly moving. You realize in your direction, sort of like creeping out over the region there, and sort of, it's almost like it's just like slowly, almost oozing toward you. It's not moving like a cloud normally would. It's just sort of like reaching and stretching and taking over the sky.
Does it look like it's heading for us directly or just towards the tower?
It's just toward it's sort of filling the area. It's kind of spreading out and kind of thing. It's not like coming toward you. It's literally sort of like spreading out over the sky in this area. Okay. So you see that What would you like to do?
I only saw that glimpse. I'm gonna go investigate that archway, the person.
Well, I will say this. We're going to move you guys over to the tower. Oops. And you're going to move over to the far right, and you'll see a space there, kind of where the only real approach is to the tower. And I will point to where you saw it. You won't be on the map quite yet. You're going to be off of the ways yet there, so you're not going to be actually on the map. Just sort of in that area off the map so far, so you're not getting that close just yet. But you will see that it was right around. This is sort of the entryway to the tower. And as you sort of get into a position where you can see that entryway, make it kind of a little bit bigger than that. You're not familiar.
I mean,
You will. Yeah, I know. You want her to be. I know. And you will also spot there is a wagon, fairly intact looking, right there in sort of the there's a large rock that tumbled down from the tower, the top reaches the tower above there, and it just sort of parked right there.
because that's not odd.
So are you going to try to approach stealthily at all, try to stay out of sight, or are you just going to approach boldly?
Is it still raining?
Actually, the rain has stopped.
Okay, so then I'm going to attempt to do it stealthily. I'm not very good at it.
Okay.
Nope. I'm going in loud and proud.
Okay.
If you're not falling upstairs, that's fine.
Yep. So you sort of like march across there. Catherine sort of stays back a ways from you. So you can put yourself on the edge of the map there. Where else do people want to kind of? There is up above here. There are some trees. You can kind of stay out of view of the front area, or come on the map down above or below that space, or if you want to kind of enter through the main area there.
I'd be invisible by now.
Sure.
Just going into invisibility.
Okay.
That's Bill. And I would just be relatively close to the group, probably a little bit away down here.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I like
Have them move
trees.
out of the way. And you will spot there is a one of the tents they're talking about there, and there's some more back off the map. A couple other tents are back further away here, but this is the closest tent to this part of the tower. You assume that's one of the ones they're talking about that the Dexronist crew use. Okay. So in that case, everyone else give me stealth checks for where you want to end up. Lucas, if you're just gonna move up there with Sora, you can.
Sora, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. And then Amethyst, you want to move up to that area there and keep yourself out of the view.
I'm just thinking if we're going to take these people to their camp, we're potentially taking them to where they have a stash of weapons or whatever.
No, we've tied them up and left them.
Okay.
Back of the trees where
Oh, we did
where the
leave them
horses
there.
aren't.
Is that fine,
Yeah,
Jim?
they're with the horses tied up against a tree or something.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I hit sleight of hand instead of stealth. It's the same roll.
It's the same roll. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. So you slide into the place there. You see that the wagon is here. The wagon is intact. And what you will notice is that unlike over this side over here, the plants are all dead and brown and withered.
That's not good.
And as you get to about there, before you guys move, so you're about there, you will see a woman step forward. She's dressed in armor. Has a mace up over her shoulder. She's literally just kind of like propped up there. Like, I think you people are lost. What are you doing here?
I don't think we're lost.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, you probably don't want to be here, that's for sure.
Why is that?
And you see she's got a couple scars across there, kind of the hair pulled back. The armor looks to be somewhat pretty intact. I mean, it looks like a pretty good armor there, and just this massive like flanged mace that she's just holding, kind of the great mace. Um, Eldon, I would say you're probably at this point about a half mile away, and the ship is coming in quickly here. Um, the captain and the crew are worried because there's this creepy sensation that you're starting to feel as you realize the clouds are rolling in closer to where you are. And there's just sort of this strange tingle in your skin and your hair and everything else. Like something is just off. It's like very, very dry and just unpleasant feeling as the captain is sort of now trying to like kind of steer around the front of that cloud, essentially, making his way over this way. He's like, I can get you on. And at this point, I would say half a mile. Captain's got a spyglass out there. I think I see your friends. They're on the ground at the tower.
I'm still half mile away.
Uh, and closing.
Okay.
You're going to be there probably within the next couple of rounds. We'll just say.
Okay.
Um,
And yeah,
and
I mean,
so-
I'll jump when I get close enough. I'll jump out of the ship
okay.
and I'll throw on fly.
All right. If you let the captain know what's going to happen happening is that he's going to sort of like drop the ship into almost a dive and pick up some speed to get in front of that cloud, essentially. I would say Amethyst. You're the one probably easiest to see this there. You will actually kind of looking around, keeping an eye on things like that. You'll see the airship coming in pretty fast and not that far away at this point there. As it's coming down, you recognize the Sable Drake as it's sort of like banking in there, coming into it's sort of like moving in not a full like nosedive, but definitely descending quickly and picking up speed in your direction.
Okay. I was going to say I'll let the others know, but I guess I can telepathically say to Sora, Alden's coming in, look up. And tell us to let Lucas know and stuff.
Do you look over your shoulder, Sora?
No, I'm smiling ear to ear at this person.
Okay.
But because where my hands are, I have one on my mace and my shield behind me, and I'll point for Lucas to look up. But I'm not taking my eyes off that person.
I'm looking into the tower. Can I see anyone past her?
Give me a perception check. There's one you might see, potentially. Okay. You will spot. There's at least from your point of view, you can catch a little bit. There's a set of boxes and stuff here. Boxes and crates piled up against this rock right here. There's some sort of a landing of some kind up here where you spot barely the edge of a tent up on a landing up there. Other than that, you can't really see much more. Of it. No one else is moving around back there, at least.
Hey Jim.
Yeah.
While I'm coming in a little closer, do I see the other airship?
No, you do not.
Okay.
There is no airship here. So something to keep in mind here. And so yeah, you were with them, I believe, when Amethyst had the vision that they were heading south. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Ray's airship is quite a ways to the south at this point.
Yeah. He's going down to hang out with the goblins. Forgot.
Or somewhere. He's
Somewhere.
You through the vision you know that he's heading to Dravier. capital city of Garvon.
Okay.
All right, Amethyst. So you just kind of see as you smile at this woman, who seems to be human. Maybe she's not very tall, but she's very broadly shouldered. There, maybe mixed dwarf descent potentially. It's hard to say exactly, but she's sort of like smile, and she just smiles right back at you. Like, well, I think we got ourselves a little fun to have here. And she glances over her shoulder and kind of looks up there. Lucas, you follow the gaze, and she looks over her shoulders there, and just um, you don't see any movement. She just sort of looks like back and forth there, and you don't spot anyone suddenly come into view or anything. There's definitely, but she's obviously looking at other people. And Eldon, the ship is diving into view. Are you going to use your boots?
Yeah. I'm gonna jump off the ship and fly down.
Okay.
Um,
Right about there. So you come kind of hurtling down from this direction up here on the map. As the ship, as you hop off there, the ship is banking up and moving out of the way. Before you jump off there, the captain says, "We'll come back around for you, but we're going to get away from this damn storm. Don't know what it would do. So we'll be back soon." And so he just lets you hop off there, and it just like the ship just kind of takes off there. And at this point, you see Sora, you see the person across from you there looking up as that's really interesting.
is like I will dash action,
Yep.
uh, boots, rocket boots, flying in, uh, later rock and roll.
And as you approach, as you are all getting this in the standoff here, getting there, the clouds darken above you, and the sky goes black. You all feel this horrible sensation of almost like the life being pulled out of you. You've never felt a sensation like this before. The closest you felt is potentially when, in the presence of the necromancer and the vampire in the graveyard. That sort of like unearthly feeling of death and decay as you feel this all around you. And I need everyone to go ahead and roll me initiative. And then we're going to go to break.
Oh, perfect.
So let me get the turn order up there. Let me go ahead and do this. So we get everyone up on the turn order.
You guys ready for the best initiative I've ever rolled?
I've just rolled a 20.
It's
Natural
gonna be the
20.
best initiative I've ever rolled.
Excellent.
Oh, it is the best initiative I've ever rolled.
Wow, nice.
And that's a 22. This is why we use the let me fix your roll there, Torben, because yours is 22.2. No, you don't need to. You're 22.2
Oh,
because you have a 20 dex. So you'll be first. Okay, let me get a few folks.
First initiative before ever.
Okay. I'm going to sec here. Where's my initiative? Initiative roll go. I lost my initiative roll.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, there it is. I had to click on somebody first. There we go.
Jim, how far away is that person from me?
Basically what it is on the map there. So those are 5 foot squares. So you're probably about 35. What is that? 35? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 45 feet. And let me get a few other folks here added, and then we'll take ourselves a little break as we prepare for this.
Hanley, if you're talking to us, you seem to be muted.
No, I'm talking to Son.
No, okay. All right.
Okay. Now I can get everyone sorted. Alrighty. So we're gonna jump to a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into this with the hunters of Mornhold Tower. We'll be back soon. enjoy, and we'll see. Get yourselves drinks and restroom, all that kind of stuff. And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Hello, and welcome back. We are ready to start up this here as we have the party here, our Raven's Tales, outside a ruined tower as a necrotic storm has rolled in over the top of the area. Torben, you are the first one, hidden as you are, invisible, off to the left side of the opening of the tower. You only see one person so far, and that's the woman with the large mace standing in the entryway.
And I don't see anything else.
Not from where you are at the moment.
Lucas, what are we doing with her?
Well, I'm guessing she's not the only one in there, so
Is there anybody else here? And then I'll start yelling out.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Sure. So Torben just yells out from invisibly. It doesn't make you visible since you didn't take an action.
They're here no matter what. Me yelling's not
You'll
gonna
actually hear probably the woman sort of is like kind of like looks off in that direction, sort of vaguely where you are, and just sort of like chuckles a little bit. And there's two people inside, two other people that laugh loudly enough to be heard from inside.
I don't think we're alone.
Well, they haven't had a chance to go yet. So what do you do since you are first in the initiative order? Besides yelling out to see how many are out there, what are you gonna do?
That's a good question. I am going to use my. That's a very good question. Hold on.
God damn it! I meant to use telepathic bond before we started this.
I'm gonna put her to
You
sleep.
guys, as you're walking up, I will let you do that because you talked about that last time, and
I did.
you had everybody right there to do stuff. So yes,
Thank you, Jim.
yes.
You're a
Telepathic bond is up, so you guys can actually think to each other. So, yes.
All right, I was too loud. She'll go to sleep, and then I'll try to cast sleep on her.
I'll just say it fails.
Oh, okay.
You can't roll high enough to put her to sleep.
Okay, thank you.
Just, yeah, because what's your maximum hit points you can do with sleep? I believe it's 40.
5d8.
5d would be enough. So you kind of like, so the magic there, you do become visible as you cast sleep. Do you want to move in as well before you do that, or just?
Yeah, I would have used my action to get or bonus action to get as far back over here as I could around her.
Oh, her. Okay. So you're going to move and dash.
Anything ceiling wise, I would be up on if possible.
Yeah. I need you to make me a couple of different rolls then, because you're also running by people. So I'll need a stealth check, which you have to move at half speed, unless you want to be seen. Okay. So you can move a total of, well, at half speed you're moving with your normal movement is 30.
Mm-hmm.
So you can move 30 feet as a move and dash. So these are 5-foot squares, so that's way too far to do in one turn.
Okay, so right about there.
Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can kind of go around this rock and get everybody here. And you get up on so as you kind of commit there, this is sort of a ruined archway where she's standing here. This is an opening here, and as you look inside, as you move inside here, there is you can see what's in here. There is a large rock of some kind in the middle. You kind of go up under the archway a little bit there, spider climbing up the side there, and get yourself into place right about there, and cast sleep, become visible. And why am I not able to remove your token? 1 sec here. Oh, I see why. Never mind. Doop, doop. Let me go ahead and remove that visibility. So you are up there visible. With stealth there. Let me just see. That beats everyone's passive at least. So you kind of get yourself into position up there. Yep. Nothing seems to happen at the moment.
I mean, that's it. That's
Initially?
all I can do because I used my bonus action to dash.
Yep.
And I used my spell. So yeah, which I'm going to cast, so it takes up a spell slot, by the way.
What is going on here? Okay. I'm going to try to get all these things popped out. Why am I not able to... No? Sorry, it's just things are being weird, a little weird on my screen for the moment here. I can't seem to pop out the character sheets. What the? Oh, there we go. Oh, I know what's happening then. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do this. Sorry. All right, so that would be you, Amethyst. You are up. Eldon, you are on deck.
Sorry, just looking at my spells.
No problem. What is going on? Why are my character sheets not working? Oh, I know why.
I'm gonna cast Mind Spike on her.
Okay. Alrighty. So what is...
Third level.
Okay. DC 18 Wisdom. Oof. Okay, a 21 damage there. Let's see. So
I've just
no.
I didn't mean
Okay.
to cast that at 5th. So
Oh, it's fine.
sorry.
Then go ahead and what is it normally? It's how many? The third level would be how many dice? Is it 3d8? So 68 or 48?
Damage increases by 1d8 for each slot above second. So it's 3d8 to start with, and then another
48. One. Okay, so you can just roll 4d8 for me. Just
Sorry.
No worries, that's fine. We'll make it work. I'm having trouble with my character sheets not working. I have... What is going on here? Why is... 2 of my bad guys' character sheets are not working at all. This is bad.
Pull them again from the compendium, Jim.
That won't help. These are all custom made.
Have you got to pop out the windows in the in settings?
Let me double check that. That might be it.
The personalization and display at the top.
Yeah, I do not. I did, but see, three sheets worked, and 3 sheets worked, and the other sheets are not working. Like it's like the 2 sheets are just dead. Okay. So 22. Okay, so yeah, she takes that. Cries out as a spike of violet energy suddenly flares into her head, and she's not nice. Not nice at all. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna just move over here.
Okay. Unfortunately, the next person up is one of the ones I can't open. Yeah, the sheet opens up and it's blank. Like there's nothing there. Period. No numbers. No nothing. Same with.
Try refresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a refresh here. So sorry for streamer for a moment there, and refresh my screen. Hopefully this works. Because something went goofy.
Out of curiosity, while you're doing that, am I still like a round or 2 away?
Nope, you are there. Basically, you kind of rocket in there.
Okay.
You are where you are on the map.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if this works now. There we go. That did it. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Did Alden make it into the telepathic pond or not?
You would have seen him come in there, so he actually probably not, because yeah, you did this as you were walking up there. He kind of rocketed in as you were getting into place.
Then as soon as he's within range, I will get just a telepathic link going with him, just so that I could try to keep him in the loop.
Okay. Cool.
Cat went mental behind me. Sorry.
Okay. All right then. Here we go. Let's are we on loop here? Yes, we are. Good. Cool. All right then. Eldon, you are up.
Okay, so how high above am I of
You tell me.
everything?
Do
Okay.
you want to go down toward the ground, or how high up are you?
Yeah, I want to sit around 30-ish, 40-ish. Let's go 40. 40 feet above uh the ground.
Okay, let me try to set that up real fast for you.
Yep. And I've got 60 feet of movement right now.
Come on. What is happening here? Oh, I know what's happening. Darn it. You're not cooperating.
So I'm gonna go over here. So I want to be like looking down into the tower. Do I see anything else
Okay.
looking
From your
down?
vantage point there, you're going to see this person right there who's on this landing.
Okay.
He's just there is a tent up here and some boxes there, and there's this person with a bow there, and you see he's got this bow and he's got it prepped and ready to go there. He's kind of in some light looking armor of some kind.
Okay, cool.
And is sort of now it's kind of like starting to look around the corner here to see what's going on as he hears her cry out.
I am going to then, for my action, activate Force Ballista. So my little shoulder cannon. I'm going to stay hovering. And it says bonus action. I will shoot the ballista.
Okay. At
I'm going to
actually,
go for this.
yeah. Sorry, I do want to actually. I take this back here because I realize here
Okay.
this is misleading. This tower is intact. This is a tower wall here.
Oh,
So yeah, this is
okay.
there's ruined on the outside of it there, but the tower, other than the entryway, this tower is like 5 stories tall. So you would not see this guy in here because there is a wall between you and
No.
there. So I
Okay.
realize now we're
Then,
there. Yeah.
okay,
So
so is there a top to the tower?
there is
Or
basically a bit of so the top this side of the tower on the top there is partially collapsed in. So 5 stories up there, and so the essentially fourth and fifth stories are collapsed in on this side over here. And that's where a lot of the rubble is coming from. Is the top of the tower has crumpled and fallen off the top there. So
okay,
yeah,
so
but
so if the only way in is through.
this way, or you could try to go down through the top there and force your way through, but it's not like it's an open gaping top either. This is just the interior of it.
Um,
Sorry.
given what I know about like architecture, if I shoot it with the force ballista, will that make me a good hole?
Probably not. This tower has been standing for at least 2 centuries, and so
Okay.
the the state it's in should basically sorry it wouldn't come down that easily. They are thick stones. In fact, that it's still standing as much as it is shows the kind of its strength.
Okay. And now that I've got a better thing, I'll actually swing around
right.
towards the front. But I kind of want to be standing back a little bit so I can angle. Can I see her from where I am if I'm still
Yes.
30, still 40?
Yeah,
Okay.
so she's kind of standing in the entryway. So she's kind of so this whole section's like partially collapsed, but where a door and a gate would have been, but now it's open space there, and she's standing in the space there. You can see it.
27 hitter.
Blast. Yep.
Oh yeah. Center mass.
Okay, 12 damage. Okay. Yeah, she takes it. She's looking up at you now, seeing you up top.
Yep. I'm still gonna be
Obviously not
floating
real
there.
happy. Okay, anything else?
That's it for my turn. That's it.
Okay. All right then. So we're gonna go ahead and
Jim, Lucas is gonna say to Sora, just wait a moment.
okay.
Because
I was gonna cast something on her.
on Sora.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You will see Eldon, probably Sora, and Torben there, and well, actually Lucas there. If you're you're prepping to set cast on Sora there, you will spot this person just running around from behind this rock inside and leaping up on top of this platform, this little ledge right here. A squat figure moving super fast, and just leaping up on top of this ledge there, and kind of like crouched down, ready to move again. That's his turn. Next we have. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Yep. Corbin,
Yes.
so the entryway you're up there, you went up to the side there. This is a good like 15, 20 feet high, 20 feet at the center, 15 feet on the side there, where this massive, would have been a massive open door into the tower here. So you're kind of propped up on the side there, looking down at her, as this person comes striding out to the edge there and looks at you. Huh. I don't think you're supposed to be here.
I don't think so either.
And as he just strides toward you, you see him swords out, and he just sort of like rakes the swords across his arms, and dark, almost like black flames sort of lick up the sides of those swords.
Oh, I think you missed.
No, not at all. And he just jumps from here, jumps out at you, sweeping with both swords. And where am I here? There he is. That's the guy I want.
Training where I did, I have a feeling. Would I know what he is?
Um,
Assuming I know what he is right now, like above
something similar.
Okay.
It isn't exactly, but he does something that's very akin to Crimson Right.
Okay.
And so first attack. Come on. Why didn't you attack? There it is. 13's gonna miss you. So the first one you kind of duck out of the way as the sword just scrapes along the stone just above your head.
Okay.
And
So
the second
now you
one,
missed me.
and the second one, however, 16?
Nope.
Nope.
18 armor class.
Yep, cool. This one you managed to just barely. So the first one just sweeps over your head there. This one you just whip out of the whip past it as this longsword just swipes past your face, and he will land on the ground right down there, looking up at you and kind of glancing at you guys in the doorway too. As this human-looking person there lands there and just, huh. All right then, this is gonna be really fun. And that will be his go. Sora, there are 2 targets in front of you.
There are, and I will defer my turn until after Lucas.
Okay. So eventually, what we'll do is just this. Yeah. So actually, since you guys go both initiative there, you can kind of coordinate this. I'll let you guys go ahead. So Lucas, go ahead and do what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna cast on Sora.
Oh no. Okay. So Sora,
Why?
you are now invisible. And because it's greater invisibility, you can attack and everything else while you're invisible. It's not going to go away.
I want that. That would be really
So
nice.
for 1 minute, as long as Lucas maintains concentration, you are not seen.
I want it to be like I'm disappearing as I'm laughing and the sparks in my cheeks are getting brighter.
Yep.
And then I just disappear.
A Cheshire cat almost. The last thing to disappear is your smile.
Oh,
That's
yes!
sparking away. As
Now you got to sing the song to us.
so, anything else you want to do, Lucas? You still have a bonus action.
I'll move.
Move, yeah.
Duck behind there, and I'll also, as a bonus, cast Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
on. What's the range on that? On Eldon.
Okay. So, Eldon's 40 feet up. I think it's 60-foot range, or is it 30-foot range?
Yeah. 60 foot, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So, as Eldon, you see Lucas rushing down, like rushing below you there on the ground. There, you just kind of get the inspiration washing over you, and you have your D8. Is it now for you?
Yes, there's D8.
Cool.
Yeah.
You have a D8 when you want to use it. So I will mark you as having been inspired. There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So Sora, you are up. As Lucas kind of slides into place there behind that rock right in front of that wagon. Go for it.
I'm going to move, but I don't know, like, angle-wise if this will work.
Okay.
You'll have to tell me.
Well, just tell me where you're going, and we'll see how I get there. So you have 30 move, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to go there and use breath weapon, but it's a line, and I don't want to hit Torben.
This is a pretty big rock right here. You probably have to go up on here to do it. Torben's
Okay.
up. Torben's up like 20 feet up there on the side, so he's actually up
Yep.
a ways. And actually, let me unhide that because that's just so you know.
Which is better anyway.
So this platform right here that he jumped off of is 20 feet up, and Torben's gonna on level with that right now. So you're kind of underneath him there. This guy jumped and landed on the ground, and these two are in a line. So go for it.
Very good. Okay.
You got them lined up. So Torben, you kind of hear the thud, 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 thud below you, and then lightning shoots out there from nowhere in a straight line.
Breath weapon.
So maybe DC Constitution saves for both of these two. Let me grab my guys here. This would be Hunter and Fighter. So Fighter Constitution, 12. Wow, and then Hunter is. Come on now, open up. Where'd you go? You're here. Are you?
He passed.
That was.
It's 8 plus my It's 8 plus my Constitution.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I see. It's up there. Okay.
And it's only 10.
Okay,
But
so
he'll
you
still
passed it.
take half, right?
So how much? Yep. Yeah, they'll both take half. How much damage?
Half of 46.
Okay. And what's the range on that?
30.
It's 30 feet. Let me just see how far that is exactly. So from you. Okay. Cool. All right.
Actually,
right, so
it says 8 plus your con plus your proficiency bonus. The proficiency
Yeah.
bonus will be 4.
the 4, 12
Oh.
plus your con modifier.
Don't look
Con
so
is 2.
shocked.
So it's going to be 14. So actually, the first guy missed. So it'd
Okay,
be
sweet.
13. Wow, roll the same thing twice. 13. So the first one will take 13. Come on now. Oh, I know why. What is happening? Oh, I didn't see why. There we go. And this one here will take some there. He kind of ducks out of the way as it shoots over top of him here. Gets sparked a little bit by it, and this one takes a good brunt of it. Why is that music stopping? It's supposed to be on loop. Come on. Cool. Yep. All right. That's that. Anything else? Bonus action or anything?
Yep, I still have movement, and since I'm invisible,
Okay.
oh yes, and I will cast up a bonus action spell for my
Okay.
weapon.
Okay. Which one are you doing? Thunder Smite or Searing Smite?
Searing.
Cool. Alrighty then. That is Sora and Lucas have gone here. We have this next. Yeah. So you have this guy over here. He is going to lean out. Wow, he can't see anybody really. He saw some movement up there, saw some things happening. There's no clue what's happening over there, unfortunately. So he is going to. Two, three, four, five. Based on that angle, he's going to be able to see you because this is a 20-foot opening here. He's back enough. You're 40 feet up there. That should be an angle he could catch the bottom of you at least. And he is a sharpshooter. So, Archer is going to take a couple shots at you there, Eldon, flying up in the
Yay.
air. First shot, 25 to hit.
Yes.
As he moves into place there, he's like, well, I guess it's you. And he basically just lines up the shot there and just takes it. 13 piercing damage. And then lines up a second shot there. And
Oh, rip.
crits for 19 piercing damage.
32 damage.
That's
Two
mean.
arrows. That's nasty.
He has a plus 12 to hit.
Yep.
All right then. So that's him. He basically moves out in place of, and he's sort of look around to see if there's any other targets at this point. Going, I don't see anyone else there, Captain. What do you got for us? Come on, line it up. As she looks over at her, and then she gets to go. Wow. Let's see, Lucas. You didn't stealth into place there, so you're still there. Yeah, she's gonna 1, 2, 3. Sora, she's rushing right at you. So what do you want to do? Because she doesn't know you're there. She's about to collide with you. You're gonna sidestep her, or you're gonna stop, essentially just stand in her way.
Stand in her way.
Okay. So she runs toward you there and just boom, just slams into you. We'll go ahead and
It's a brick wall, y'all.
kinda. She's no
She's
slouch
a
either,
brick.
though.
Ow.
So, go ahead and give me. Well, let's just call this opposed athletics checks. See if she kind of checks you out of the way, or if she gets stopped where she's at. Okay, so she gets stopped where she's at. What the? And she'll just blindly swing in front of her since she just ran into somebody there. And she knows the lightning came from someplace. So she's going and she'll attack with disadvantage. Whatever the lower of these two rolls is. 9. Nope. Just and she just like swings and it just basically just barely misses you in front there. She does get to attack twice, so she's gonna go ahead and swing again. 11. Nope. She's and so yeah, she just swings twice twice there. The first and you just kind of like backstep out of the way. Doesn't impact her. It's just too damn sneaky, are you? And so that was only 3. Yeah, she'll be fine. She'll stay there. Now we have.
I don't like this.
Huh.
I do.
Yeah, we'll call this good. That will happen. And one sec. Okay. And that, some other things happen.
Some things and
Right.
stuff.
Yes. Amethyst and
Yes.
Eldon, Sora, and Lucas. Need you all to give me Constitution saves.
Add +4, Lucas,
Sure.
because you're next to me.
I have advantage on this.
Sure.
Yeah, mine's a 10.
I'm gonna use my inspiration if that's okay, Jim, and reroll.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah. You said me too, right?
No, you're fine.
I didn't think. I heard.
27.
Based on where you're at. Actually, yeah.
I didn't roll.
So, yeah, didn't see it. Try it again. Oh, we have. Oh, that's pretty there for a second. Okay. Yeah.
So sorry.
No worries. It'll reset here in a second.
Critical moment. I'm like, if I can reroll
Okay.
that natural one with use my inspiration.
Yes, absolutely. Go for it.
I didn't know if you heard me say that before.
Yeah, I did. Yes. Yep.
Lucas, you have a 10, not a 6.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
have a 15.
on now.
27.
Okay. All right, then, real quickly here.
Slightly better.
Okay. So those, everyone but Torben. Yeah, you're fine there. Okay, so, Lucas, Sora, you both take 5 necrotic damage. Eldon and Sora take 2. As the air around you is drawing the life out of you as you are under the necrotic storm, as it's rolled over top of you.
What about me?
You take 2.
2.
Yes.
Don't do that. You can't
Sorry.
do that to a British person.
I know. Like 2. You got that better?
Even that, but just not.
Yeah. So, however, Sora, Catherine is out there too. What do you want? Where do you want her to go?
Probably after the airship, if she could.
It's gone.
Oh, is it
Because
gone? Is it gone?
It didn't land. It just went up for Eldon to fly off of it.
Probably then back by where the horses are.
Okay. She will start moving out that way.
Yes.
Okay.
It's getting too dangerous.
Okay.
Didn't we put the horses away?
Horses away, but
No.
the guys are tied up out there. So
Yeah.
basically where you put the horses away. Let's just call that. But it's clear of the area, back a ways. She goes rushing across there. She's not too happy, but we'll call it good. Torben, you are up.
I'm gonna look over at the girl who just got abruptly stopped by a brick wall. And while I'm still looking over at the guy that hit me, I'm gonna flick my wrist and then pop out 2 daggers and throw them both at her.
At her?
So
Okay.
Yep. So obviously, if the first one hits, it'll be a sneak attack.
Yep. Or either one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely hits. What is going on?
Then hit again.
Computer's being weird stuff.
I'm gonna use. Can I use luck to re-roll that? I'm assuming it doesn't hit.
Yeah, you go for it.
Not much better, but it'll probably be enough.
Nope, it is not.
Actually, no. Okay.
So the second one sort of clangs off of her armor.
Right.
Um,
The first one will be also the sneak damage. I forgot to roll. Oh, that's a lot of ones. I don't
okay,
like these.
so roll 21 damage. Okay. Oof. So it sinks into her side there. Just just
Yeah.
you can see her kind of like cry out there and look around there, and just kind of at this point sees you up there as the second dagger is coming in there. It
Yep.
glances off of her armor.
And I
Just
still have
clang.
another attack on him as my actual dagger.
Okay. Go for it. That will hit. 8 damage. Okay.
I couldn't hit her unless I moved up into the fray, and I'd really rather not be there.
That's just straight. Yeah. Cool. All right. It's sort of the guy there just sort of like smiles at you.
It's okay. He gets the second turn.
Okay. That would be it for you. That was your bonus action.
that's it.
So, yep, Amethyst, you're up. You're staying right there.
I'm going to cast a spell with a 20-foot radius sphere. And
Okay.
I'm thinking if I cast it from here.
You can't see that spot. That's inside the tower.
Yeah, I'll move.
Okay. And you need to be about. Yeah, you can probably see, but you can probably see that spot now. It's in the shadows there, but it's sort of there's a ruined staircase there. It's partially collapsed next to the doorway.
So yeah, 20-foot radius, obviously missing all of my friends. Thankfully, including Sora, because I'm not sure where she's gone.
20-foot radius. Let me just grab a token here.
In
It's
your
got that
head,
size.
you'll hear, I'm right here. I'm right in front of you.
Okay, so there's 20-foot radius.
I guess we can say, where are you? I'm hoping to get all 4 of them. I guess not. No.
Get there and get those 3. Can't quite get this guy and so basically you're
Right,
you,
okay.
yeah.
It's not a very good
There.
circle, is it?
Well, it's. I mean, he'd be out of the circle regardless. Technically, but if he made it a full circle, they would hit Torben as well, but it's not going to hit him. So
Okay. Right, okay.
Okay.
Still, 3 is better
Okay.
than, no.
right, what are we casting? So synaptic static. All right. Intelligence saves.
I'll put the
for-
description.
Yep. Okay. So where are my dudes here? There we go. We have you. The archer will do that. No. The fighter. Where's my fighter? Where'd you go? Lost her. Put her up again. Okay.
Like
Wow.
it.
4s and
Go on.
4s. Awesome. And then we have the hunter. Where's hunter? Okay. Wow.
I love this, Jim.
Awesome.
This is great.
Sure.
Keep rolling like that.
Yep.
Now they'll roll the d6 and subtract the number they roll from all of their attack rolls and ability checks and constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. So they can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each round.
Concentration. You're funny. There's no casters here.
No, but
Okay. So that was a 37 damage. Okay, so she is going
hence the low
to...
intelligence.
No, they all have 14 or better. They just rolled 3s and 4s. Like, no one here is low intelligence. They just rolled like garbage. So actually, let me finish off these damages here then. So this one's going to actually drop.
Aw.
So she screams and clutches her head and falls to the ground. This one will take the Come on.
I love that psychic damage, guys.
What is going on here? Will you please change?
Keep it going.
Oh my god, my roll 20 is not behaving right now. Come on. My whole screen is like it's going nuts here. I'm not supposed to. Hold on, guys. Like my windows are getting covered up by things. It's just not working.
At least your Discord's working okay. Mine's just
Yeah.
keeps failing.
Okay. And then we have.
I love this spell.
Okay. Let me just do one thing real fast here. Yeah, roll 20 is not behaving. It's not even rolling now.
You just rolled a 3.
There he goes. That took a long time to come out. That was weird. Okay, cool. Amethyst. One thing from your position where you're at there, I will get this to you here. You will spot someone over here moving around this rock. You can't see. You can't make it much. You see the movement, but not a person. So basically, you see some movement over to that spot over there.
Okay.
Hold on. You're up.
Okay, cool. I want to move. I'm like floating above him, and these two bros here in a line.
Okay, you would need to drop down to get them because right now you're 40 feet down at an angle, so you'd only be able to catch one of them in a line. So
Okay.
you need to drop down to their level to shoot it across them.
All right.
Unless, yeah.
Yeah, I'll float down a little bit. I'll
Okay.
go ahead and float down.
So, but down to 10. You're still on the ground. You're still hovering, but you're not on the ground. Yeah. Okay. So you're since you're above Lucas there. So now from that angle you can catch them.
Yep.
Okay.
Lightning
Awesome.
bolt. As I pull up my pull up my new gun, and I shoot that out.
Awesome. And where is he? There he is. There we go. It's a little better. Cool. All right. So it's going to be 30. Woof. Fun. This one's going to be at.
So you hear a lightning sound.
Okay. This one, like, basically, like, just gets blasted by it. The lightning just kind of rips up past him, and strikes it there. This guy sort of dodges out of the side of it there, but still kind of scrapes, like lightning still kind of like impacts along his leg. Both of them kind of cry out. Right.
Which one looks like I hit it harder?
This one.
Or not as hard. Okay. Yeah, I want to go ahead and shoot him then with my bonus action.
Go for it. Nice. And nothing wrong with your guys' rolls.
Well,
Okay.
except the damage roll.
All right. So he and like you essentially hit him like kind of center of mass there, and while he's still kind of smoking and scorched from the lightning bolt there, he gets kind of turned around slightly here. He doesn't drop, but he definitely gets spun around, and just shaking his head there, trying to shake off the damage.
Okay, it's my turn.
Okay. All right then. Yep, we'll do this. Where is he? There he is. Okay. 1, 2.
I'm sorry.
3, 4.
I'm sorry. Can I go ahead and use my movement to go ahead and go back up?
Yes.
Because I've got 60 feet, so I'll go back up. Sorry.
What, are you a centipede?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
It's a yo-yo.
Let's see. So you see kind of bounding over the rocks here. Looks like a dwarf. And he gets to about this spot here, and just on his way, he's like just changing, and you see him just like claws ripping out from his hands, and his face just distending into this like large fanged mouth. And you see him get to about here, and then just charge you, Amethyst.
I had a feeling.
Does he
Sora,
pass me?
Absolutely.
Yep. Nope. Fighting style protection.
Okay. Does it stop him? Stop his movement? Is that something?
To impose disadvantage on attack rolls.
But she's
You
not
gotta
next
be
to
within
you.
5 feet.
5 feet of her,
you gotta be within
not
5 feet of her.
Oh, I thought if he was running by me.
no.
Yeah, that's Sentinel.
That's
to
So it'd
stop
have to
him.
be me 5 feet.
It's coming.
Yeah.
You do get it. You do get an attack of opportunity as he's running by you, because he doesn't even know you're there. He's running past you. If you want to smack him as he goes by, you can.
Oh, I'll do that with my
Sure.
my Searing Smite already going as well. Mm-hmm.
Cool. That will just miss him. As he goes rocketing past you there, just and Amethyst, at the end of his movement there, he just rakes his claws across you. 26.
That'll hurt.
15 damage. Actually, it's slashing damage, not bludgeoning damage. That's a mistake. Just, and you see him there. He's a dwarf, so he's about right around 5 feet tall there. But he's just at this point just like completely like in the midst of a feral rage of some kind there, and his claws are these black distended things there. His eyes are red, and he's got this large fanged mouth. It's all right then. That's him. He's only going to make one attack. Now we have this guy.
Tim, you said, oh, that was a claw attack. Never mind.
Yep, he just raked his claws across him. Okay. This one here. Not liking what's going on for the moment here. Seeing this bobbing gnome and knowing you're about there and seeing you up there. What have we got? What can I do? Sure. Torben, you see him looking up at you, and he does what you do and just runs up the wall next to you. Swords out there.
That looks so much cooler than when I do it.
He's just like runs up the side of the wall there, swords out there. 2 swipes at you.
Okay.
First one, 23 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll be 16, 10 slashing, 6 necrotic.
I'm gonna go ahead and half that, please.
Cool. Go for it. Take 8.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack. 21 for 11 damage.
So a total of 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he's like, and he's just like just at this point, like eye to eye. So you guys, picture you guys eye to eye, like horizontally, like on the side of the wall here, just like really like sticking feet out from the side there, just.
See you soon.
And
Isn't
Sora.
8 plus 11, 19, not 18. Sorry.
What?
8 damage plus 11 damage is 19, not 18.
No, it was 8 plus. Yeah, it was 11 damage on the second attack.
Plus
I wasn't
8.
adding them together.
Okay.
What did I miss?
It just said 18 damage in total, and it's 19. I was just.
Oh, okay.
I was just letting Trevor know. I mean.
Okay. Fine.
Trevor,
No worries.
sorry.
Sora, you are up. You are invisible. This guy ran past you over here and is just.
That didn't
What'd you
hit.
Nope.
Is that with advantage? Because you're invisible.
He's know you're there.
I didn't
Roll
roll
advantage.
with advantage of the last one either.
Don't forget that. You switch over to advantage.
I'm gonna roll another regular roll.
Sure.
There we
Hey,
go.
you hit. Okay. You
Oh,
hit.
and branding smite goes off now.
Cool. That's fine.
Not
Yeah,
branding,
well,
searing.
searing smite. Yep. Let's roll that damage as well. Okay, 12 damage. All right. He looks over his shoulder. He kind of looks over your shoulder and just smiles as he takes the
Mhm.
damage.
Um.
Kind of the searing smite just singes along his shoulder. As you-
All right then. Extra attack.
Okay. Roll the advantage. Definitely hits.
25.
Okay. 13 more.
And this one's gonna have a divine smite put into it.
Roll it.
Sorry, it's being slow.
Okay.
Twelve
Okay.
more.
Wow. Nice. You wrote the second level slot.
Yep.
Okay. 12,
He's a baddie.
25. Okay. Yes, he is. And in fact, when you hit that searing smite there, the second, the divine smite, he screeches as the divine energy that comes into the strike there causes the skin and everything else to ripple and bubble along his back where you hit him. Amethyst,
Rose.
Amethyst, you're looking right at him as he does this, and his fangs grow longer. His eyes grow
Wow.
redder.
Does he appear to be bloodied at all?
No.
Okay, then I am going to action surge.
Sure.
Has anyone hit him yet?
Oh, I don't know, but I did. I hit him a bunch of times.
Good.
You still have Searing Smite active, right?
No, she used it on the first attack.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it's if you maintain concentration, you deal an extra 1d6 fire damage as well.
She did. That,
Oh,
that,
okay.
that was the original roll.
Correct.
That was the extra 4 damage that was on the first deck.
And this one will miss.
Nope. Yep. So at this point, he's like wary and just like he's actually turned slightly toward you, like waiting for that attack there. Get another attack.
I'm
You're-
I'm picking up that person that I killed earlier as someone who was close to this guy. That's why he's not
Maybe.
happy with me.
One more attack for her.
Yep, I'm coming.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if you did. Okay.
$25.
Okay then. Yep. That'll hit.
With the 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
I'm gonna do another smite into that, but it'll be first level.
Oh, okay. Okay. Go for it.
Yep, wrong one. This one. Oh, nice.
Wow. Okay. Same thing. This one as he's turned toward you, you kind of smash him across the chest there, and again, this kind of the bubbling, like smoking space around the wound there that smashes into there. It just growls and screams at you. Sora, you'll see this happen because yeah, why not? You will see. Actually, Amethyst and Sora, give me a perception check. Because you might not see it.
I mean, I am a little preoccupied there, Jim.
Terrible.
Is it at advantage or no?
No. The perception check. That's just okay. Cool. All right then. See, come on now. What are you doing? Stop that. All right. That's all that then. Lucas, you are seeing all this stuff happening around you. You have a dwarf raging fanged monster over on Sora and Amethyst. You got an archer back in there, some sort of guy standing on the side of the entryway next to Torben, and Eldon floating up behind you.
He's going to obviously step out from behind the rock he was hiding
Okay.
behind.
Yes, Sora's still invisible.
He's going to drop a fireball in there.
Okay. Where?
He's going to try and get the two that you can see. So up in the air, obviously, get both of them.
Where on the map? I'm trying to see where you. Let me give you a fireball template.
Way above his head.
Let's see here. 20-foot radius, right? There we go.
Yep.
Okay. You space it there, sure. Okay, so it's going to be. Oh, actually, let me see this real fast. I want to see what else is in that area there.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, was
Yep.
blowing important things up.
Yeah, a good portion of the goods there are going to get destroyed, but because they're all in the crates and barrels and stuff here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and
Basically, I'm
this
doing
is-
about 15 foot above his head. So it's kind of to get them both because he's 20 foot up.
right. He's trying to put up there. Okay. Okay. Sure. Lessen the damage some. We'll just say it's singed. He doesn't get caught in the blast as much. Actually, maybe you go away. Hunter. So this is Hunter Dex check. Okay, awesome, great. Where are the other two? Come on, Archer.
Are these guys taking that D6 off their damage and their attacks? I just remembered.
Oh, snap static. Shit. Not all of them.
Okay.
Nope. I need so. Shit. Okay.
I forgot to. Don't worry.
Let me put this little dot on them. So it was him. He was not there. This one's dead. This one here. One here was hit by it.
Just attack rolls and ability checks with whatever the D6 says they roll.
Is it just ability checks or is it saves? Is it all checks?
It's attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, it's not saves. Good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, that's fun. Okay. And you're maintaining concentration on that.
I don't
Is
think it's oh, it is concentrate. No, it isn't.
Yes.
So, hang on.
I thought
No,
it
it's
was.
not. It's instantaneous. It's not concentration.
Right, but the effect, the continuing effect on them, is it? You're right. It just lasts for how long? 1 minute.
Yeah. No, I was maintaining concentration on the one.
Well, it's her checks, including concentration, to maintain concentration. That's what it was. Okay. Cool. And you're maintaining concentration. Yes, got it. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me finish up
Sorry.
here. That's fine. I just that was that, and there was one more I need to roll
Wow,
here.
it just sticks with them for a minute.
That's just
like-
not okay.
Yeah, it just stays.
Cool. Okay. All right.
That's why it's my favorite new spell.
Okay. Oh, it wasn't that one. It was just. Yeah. Okay. I need to mark out some damages here. That was 30, so barely. So the guy that's on you, Torben, there kind of screams as the fire hits across him there. He doesn't quite go down, but he's definitely singed and hurt by it.
Mhm.
This one fails, so he's going to drop. Okay. That one got down there, dropped.
I'm really excited to use my new spell here in just a minute.
Yep. Okay, so Lucas, let me put you
Torben's very
down.
excited to do something as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah, with Lucas' fireball. Anything else, Lucas? There, so you moved a little bit. Do you wanted to move any more? Or
I'll
any
move
bonus action?
back behind there, and there's a bonus action. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Amethyst.
Okay,
Thank you.
going to need that.
First time for everything.
Right. Okay, then the archer is down, the fighter is down. Yeah, this is gonna be time for this one here. So, oof. Okay. Actually, no. Right here. And where are the? There you are. There you are. Okay. Can be +7. Yeah, I'm gonna basically just roll a d20. Okay, Amethyst. You. Make sure I have the right angle on this one. Right over here. So this one's going to be underneath, right about here. Okay. There. All right. Sorry. So from right here, you see this person that haven't seen before. They've been hiding out in the back here. They kind of bring up there, and a flash of energy comes from their hand and rockets out and hits you for how much is it? Yeah, 2d10. Just roll the. That's not right. That's not 2d19. It's 2d10. So I can do a 2d19.
2d19. What the hell?
I know. It meant to be 10. It just did not.
Fat fingers, fat fingers.
Cool. All right, there we go. You get hit for 6 force damage and get pushed back. And as you do, what you didn't see before was there is a large black open space behind you.
Okay.
And you get knocked down inside of it.
All right.
You drop 10 feet and take 1d6 damage as you hit inside there for 4 bludgeoning damage as you inside this space. It is all dark inside. You can kind of see a space above you.
Did I see that happen?
You saw the amethyst stumble backward, yes.
And then just disappear off the face of the earth? Uh-huh.
Yep. Just gone.
I will telepathically let the others know as long as she maintained that concentration.
Yep. I mean, so telepathic bond isn't concentration, is it?
No.
Okay. Yep. So you are fine. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, we'll call it good. Then that's their turn. They're going to finish their move and go over this way. Look out of the way. And then Amethyst, the last person who's been skulking around here, appears right there and jumps in. You hear a next to you in the darkness. There's no light in here. There's light above there. As you have dark vision though, so you can see a dark, thick cloaked shape, pale skin, lands next to you and lashes out at you. Let me just one sec real fast. Okay. Unfortunately, he does not manage to hit with the first one here.
Mhm.
As you see him sort of lash past you, since you're not at disadvantage and he's not at disadvantage currently. The second one, however,
That'll hit.
there's no damage. You just feel this like iron grip latch onto your shoulder and your chest there, just sort of right up about here, as it just holds onto you and just. You can see the red eyes in the darkness. That will be all for him. And last, we have the storm rages on. I need someone to roll a d6 for me. Doesn't matter who.
Good.
Okay.
Just one person.
I like how no one ever just says, "I'll do it," and everyone ends up rolling.
Yeah. So Eldon's the first one that came up there. All right. Okay. So you will see, as you look all around you, the area all around, pretty much outside of the tower there, skeletal hands start to rise up out of the dirt and start grasping and like trying to grab anyone here. So all of the area outside here is now difficult terrain to anyone who's on the ground. Obviously, Eldon, you're fine because you're flying. But anyone on the ground there, these things are just these little skeletal hands are just reaching up out of the ground. They're trying to grab whatever's nearby. Corbin,
Okay.
you got a guy in your face.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Well, didn't you say he was up in the air?
Oh, you're both spider climbing.
Okay.
You're both on the side there, like side, like kind of sideways of the tower.
Yeah. I'm gonna look over at him. I'll come back later. You stay right here. You don't go anywhere, okay? We'll fight. And then I'm gonna take off running and
He
jump.
attacks you.
Yeah, of course he is. Why wouldn't he? And I'm gonna
bonus action disengage, bud.
no,
Bonus action disengage.
no, I got it. Trust me, I can play. It's fine. I am gonna run straight through and jump down there and try to pull Amethyst out. Now, before I do bonus action disengage, which I'm about to do, I wanted to make I got enough room. I don't really need to.
Okay.
So I'm going to bonus action disengage because I don't need to sprint. So I needed to make sure that I.
Okay. So when are you bonus disengaging?
I'm bonus action disengaging and jumping down the pit and attacking whatever's down there.
So disengage lasts for your entire turn, so you don't.
down there.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you say someone jumped in there with you, clawing at you?
You don't know that. You were in the middle of fighting. How?
She has a telepathic link.
I
She
just
said it, though.
telepathically.
Okay, gotcha.
jumped down here with
Yeah,
me.
she said it in chat that
Okay,
she.
sure.
Yeah.
I also said, "Don't worry, I can get out."
But okay. So disengage lasts for the turn. You disengage from one person. You disengage for the turn and don't draw attack opportunity. So you do disengage, ignore the attack. You jump down. You run because you're running past this guy too.
Yep, exactly. I thought he would. I thought he wouldn't be able to, and that one
Disengages for the turn. So basically,
nice.
you don't.
Okay, cool.
So, what's your movement?
30 feet.
Not enough. So you drop down. 1, 2,
According to that, it's
3,
enough to get in the
3,
hole.
5, 6. You can get to the hole.
Okay. Can I peer in there and see anything?
It's dark inside.
Okay.
You cannot see. It is about a 6-foot diameter.
20 feet up, right?
So you drop down.
Which is 20 feet. And then so he has 10 feet of movement when he gets to the ground, right?
Okay.
Well, I'm not counting. Dropping down doesn't also cost you movement.
It-
You're just not dropping. However, you are taking 2d6 bludgeoning damage because you're not. You just dropping to the ground.
That's fine.
Okay. We'll do that much at
Don't
least.
land on me.
Well, it's the problem is he can't quite into
I
the
roll the
hole.
damage. I roll the damage, right?
No, 4 damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Oh, good, because I didn't want to take it. Okay.
Okay. So you drop. You have to go. So you were here. So you drop down 1.
Mhm.
So from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you could to the hole, and you just jump in.
Not if she not if she said that she can get out.
Because you can't see inside. It's a black hole.
Yep. So I'm just gonna to stop. I guess stop anyone else from jumping in and stab this guy twice.
Okay. You only stab him once. You have once.
I got 2 weapon fight. I used
no because you used your bonus action to disengage.
Engage. That's right. Okay.
Yep. He's 1 attack.
Yep.
Yep, that'll hit him. And he's in melee with Sora, so
I'll take that beautiful sneak damage.
Well, he's in melee with somebody.
well,
It's you, but
you know he's in melee, so yeah. Anyway, he's all right. So he's great.
turn then. That's good.
Okay. So you're over there now.
Yeah. Kind of like standing in the hole.
You stab him real good. You just kind of stick it in. He's like looking over at you, very animal-like. Amethyst, you are up. You are grappled currently.
I'm going to use the Cape of the Mountebank and cast Dimension Door.
Okay. You can't see inside there. That's a wall.
I don't think you have to.
You've never been inside there, so you don't know what's inside there. So you couldn't teleport to some place you can't.
Okay.
You don't know what's there. I would, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, you could try, but you could. I mean, what was it saying anything about? If you okay, so yeah, if you arrive in a space occupied by an object or creature, you take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you. So
okay, I'll go back out where I know when we came in.
Okay, I mean, there's all this space down here too. Yes, either way. Okay, so you.
Then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points. If I can find it. That's mirror image on myself.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So keep track of that. You know, I will put a mirror on you somehow. Let's see what we're going to put on you. What am I going to call that? Oh, whoa, yikes. What are you doing to me? Fine, we'll just put that. That's fine.
What happened?
Roll 20. That I want to put a token on you so I can tell you your mirror image. So you need to keep track of your mirror. Keep track of your images, and roll when someone attacks you. Anything else? You still have movement if you want to move somewhere.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go down here a minute just to get out of the way for a minute.
Right, hold on, you're up.
Okay, the guy that was sitting on top of the wall there.
This one here. Kind of sideways, yeah.
Yeah. He needs to make a dex save. DC 18.
Okay.
And he has this -6 D6
awesome.
for that as well. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He fails. So he's stunned to the end of my next turn. He takes 11 lightning damage.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, I want to shoot him off that wall.
Sure.
So, but a 13 is not going to hit. Oh, he's stunned. I have advantage.
No, you're not.
He's not stunned.
No, he's not.
Oh, darn. Okay.
So, kind of like takes it, and then the blast comes in there, and you think, I got this, and he dodges out of the way of it.
Darn. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Stun Dash.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
If he fails the save by 5 or more, he's normally supposed to be stunned.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yep. Okay. That is my turn.
Yep. So, okay. The beast. Well, he has one target. And Sora and Torben, you'll notice that some of the wounds on him heal up. As some of the cuts, as part of the cut that you just sunk into him there, seals over a bit there. And still can't see Sora, so he's got over Torben. So where the heck did he go?
Coolio.
So, claws. You might do this here. We're gonna do the first attack for claw, 27 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Ignore the damage. He's gonna grapple you instead.
Okay.
And he bites. 21.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. But I'm gonna go ahead and take half that, please.
Okay. He's sort of writhing his grasp there. Don't quite there. However, you do take 10 damage total. And he gains 10 of that back. You also notice that it's coming off your maximum hit points.
Gotcha. Good, because okay. So I'm up to 70 though, because we already had the +5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Plus you had 15
Okay.
extra as well.
And then
That
he
was
will.
temporary. I chewed through that a while ago.
Okay.
And then he will just rake his claws down you again for a third attack. 12 misses. You twisting in his turn in his grasp there, and manage to not get hit by not get squarely by it. Okay, now we have Hunter, who is here, not looking happy, but
That is not good.
Eldon, are you still? So where did you end up? Just 40 feet
I'm
at
just-
him, and
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just floating up in the air. Well, flying in the air
Sure.
with my rocket boots.
Yeah. Okay. From where he is, he sort of scrambles around the front here, kind of like just running around the rocks there, and runs up 10 feet and leaps out. Actually, yeah. Making athletics check. He leaps out at you there, Eldon. Crossing the gap over top. I will subtract the d6. Okay, still enough. So, leaping out at you there, and he's just going to essentially try to get. Essentially, he was going to drop one of his long swords and just try to like latch onto you with a claw instead. It's the same attack bonus, so we're going to do the same thing here. Minus d4. Minus d6, I mean.
Minus D6. And I will shield this as well.
Okay.
Oh, well,
So-
he doesn't need it anyway.
Yep. So,
This is
he will basically slash that there, and if he doesn't latch onto you, he will then just take a swipe at you with the sword as he's falling away from you.
and I will shoot him
How?
with Warcaster. Attacks of
Hmm.
opportunity. I can cast a spell.
Right. I'm just trying to think here. Is this falling past you instead of moving
Because he
past
got
you?
to me, and then he's going
Uh,
down.
it's a little. It's the same as forced movement at this point. There, he's falling away from you, not.
But he would have held on to me. His intention was to be on top
Sure.
of me, so
Right.
he was like,
So he's not. He says he's falling away from you.
he
I'm gonna.
missed.
Yeah.
That's his
So
fault.
so it's still forced movement. You don't get to capitalize on it.
Whatever.
He is taking, however, 4d6 bludgeoning damage as he hits the ground because he's
Okay.
like, I'm gonna give him like that's a little.
Ah.
Yeah, he does hit as he hits the ground there. Trying to be fancy, doesn't pull it off. Let me actually just say one thing. No, okay. See, he actually lands on the cart there, just his sword clattering to the ground next to him over on the side there. The black flames on it winking out. Um, that's him. Sora, you are up.
I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. He is still latched onto, still grabbed onto Torben.
He can stay there. I'm gonna do this
Okay.
first though.
Okay. Sure.
So now my weapon is radiant and hitting.
Sure. Extra radiant damage. Yeah.
Yeah, a D4 radiant, right? Yep.
Right. Yep. Go.
Come on, roll 20.
Yeah, being super slow. Come on. Lucas, you are on deck, so. Okay.
I didn't roll at advantage like I wanted it to, but it didn't need to.
Yep, you're fine. So yeah, definitely hit there. Roll an extra d4.
Come on.
Nice. Okay.
I rolled 3 times. So 14
That's fine.
damage.
Yep. Okay. That'd be. And that same bubbling, hissing steam rising off of the radiant damage.
Yeah, and he gets to have it again because extra.
Sure. This time roll with advantage.
I am, yes.
Okay. No.
What was the
Yeah.
other number? I can't see the other number.
12 and 11.
Okay, because it looks like an 18 and a 1 on my screen.
Weird. No, I see 12 and 11 on mine. So.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of like jumps back out of the way of the second swipe. Let's see. Is that was it? Yep, you're all set. You gonna move or stay there?
I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Right where I'm at. Yep.
Because you were up. Guy lands on the cart right behind you there. Just. He's still moving, barely.
Does he look damaged?
Oh yeah. He's been beaten up pretty good. He's been blasted and smashed and singed and zorched and yeah, you name it. This guy's taking a lot of different kinds of damage.
Stick with what I was going to do. I'm going to cast Hold Monster on that one.
Okay. That is a. Well, that should work. DC 18. Wisdom save? No. So he is held. We'll just where's the grippy hand? There's one there. I would use that. That's fine. Okay. So you look. So he is held. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I want to move away from him. I don't want to be standing right next to him.
Okay. since he is in the rubble of the wagon, I'm not going to. He won't get a opportunity. He sort of weakly kind of waves his sword in your general direction, but doesn't actually like connect. He can't quite reach you where he's at. There, he's caught in the rubble.
I'm gonna move to there.
Okay. Anything else?
Yep, I'll give Torben Bardic Inspiration.
Alrighty, cool. So put a little red dot on you. Yay. Alrighty then. That happens. That happens.
I didn't get a red dot. How rude.
Oh, you should. Where are you? You haven't used it yet, did you?
Nope.
You go. Okay.
I used my inspiration. I didn't use the Bardic one. Forgot. Had it.
That is that. Torben, you hear kind of this from somewhere, well, below you, as person hops up out of the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna do that. He'll be fine. He's gonna go ahead and where'd he go? There he is. $21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He essentially grabs you. Very similar to how he grabbed Amethyst a little bit ago. And he's going to go ahead and yeah, sure, he'll do the same thing. Now he's got you grabbed. He's going to pull you in there and try to bite you.
Neat.
22. So 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks you're tasty.
Remove from your maximum hit points.
Oh, we think he's a jerk.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Okay, did he still take down my current hit? He still did that damage to me, though, right? And how much was that in total?
10.
10. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, your hit points are reduced by 6. The necrotic damage. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, good.
That'll be his turn, as he can't do anything else at this point here. You are considered grappled, though.
Okie dokie.
Wasn't he already grappled?
No, the guy's held now. So technically he's held, but the this dude here is now being paralyzed.
Okay.
So essentially, he kind of works his way out of the paralyzed grasp, and then the rogue jumps up and grabs him and bites him instead. Hey, I need. Let's see. Lucas, roll me a d6. Nice. Okay. That's fine. The hands subside, and you see. I'm not going to put them on here because they aren't going to matter at this point here. A number of like skeletal figures in the area start to rise up and pull from loose earth and rocks and rubble and such, pulling themselves out of the way. They're just in the general vicinity. There are some mobile skeletons walking around. Not meaty ones, just normal ones.
That was going to be my next question.
I know it was.
We know.
Wow.
We know.
Wow.
It's a thing now.
Yay. Torben, you are currently grappled. The dwarf beast-looking thing here that grappled you initially is now frozen in place, but this pale human-looking man behind you has grappled and bit you instead, jumping up out of the hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty beat up.
Just got electrocuted.
The Eldon, stop it.
Maybe leaving him alive isn't great. And then, like, I'll just, like, continuously bleed out. Like, not literally, but yeah. So, for my turn, I'm grappled. There's not really much. I can still melee attack.
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
can still attack him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shift and see if maybe that breaks me out because I do grow like a foot and a half,
Nope.
2 foot taller.
Nope.
I'm still
Nope.
going to, regardless.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think it would, but it was worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. So basically, you kind of like turn into this more animal like thing in his grasp.
And I'm not even ignoring. I'm ignoring him, the one grabbing me. He's just kind of holding me back from the big guy because now that I'm a,
Well, the big guy here is paralyzed.
Oh,
can't move.
Can't you throw a dagger and teleport out of there? That would get you out of the grapple.
The teleporting is an action. You can't throw and teleport in the same round.
Right. Might be worth chucking it this round then.
No, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna stab this guy twice that has me held.
Okay.
One
He's
in
looking
each
pretty
eye
good.
socket.
Yep.
Good hit. Yep. Okay. Nope.
Can I re-roll that with luck?
Sure, you're in your luck.
I forgot I got luck as well.
22.
1 point. Yep. Yep, that'll hit. Okay. Sure.
Now we're just in bestial forms, like growling at each other at this point. But yeah.
Not this guy. He's the
Oh yeah,
rogue.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. This guy's the beastie guy, and he's
the one that's paralyzed
yeah.
or held.
I mean, this guy here has fangs and red eyes, but that's just Amethyst.
Yeah, I'm just I just obviously forgot the whole monster's concentration, so Sora's invisibility would have dropped.
Oh, yes, it does. Or are you visible?
I'm
Sora's
going to
excited.
bring out a friend.
Okay.
He's a lovely purpley friend.
You want to put him in melee? He does range stuff. Yeah. That's so.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Who's he gonna blast?
The guy that was down the hole with me.
Sure. He's holding.
He's the one I can see properly right now. I guess.
This guy is here. He's just held, and this guy is holding. This guy's grappling Torben.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one that's grappling Torben.
Okay. No.
No.
No, sorry. The comment there from Torben there. Nope. Not correct.
He's still crossing it off his list because he doesn't know any better.
Sure. You're half right.
We met a
I
vampire.
figured the vampires. I just seemed that I knew he wasn't necessarily a werewolf because he hadn't, shipped or anything. But yeah.
No, he's a barbarian. Beast barbarian.
29 and 28 to hit.
Oh yeah, blam blam.
So
23
23 damage altogether.
Cool. So, Thorben, you see these violet colored energy blasts just shooting past you, smacking into the guy holding you.
I'm like trying to duck out of the way.
From a purple flying eyeball behind you.
Yes.
He's seen it before.
I will say that is a friend.
Anything else on this?
You popped him up before with him. He'd know.
Yeah, he did last
Can we
fight.
do much more?
All right. Eldon. You are up.
Oh,
Guy down on the ground behind you. People over there to your right,
yeah.
and some
Let's
people
just
inside the tower.
okay. Yes. So let's do. Um, the vampire dude. Well, we don't know who he is, but
Which one?
I know. Um, is one of them wearing metal?
No, actually, strangely enough.
Okay.
Oh, you said natural armor.
I'll just go ahead and shoot for this guy.
Sure. Yeah, he's down there below.
Yeah, he's just down there. He's just chilling there. That's fine.
Technically, he is prone, but I'm not going to make. He's also kind of stuck in rubble, so I'm going to go ahead and
Okay.
counteract that because technically you'd be range attacks that would be a disadvantage, but he's also not able to really dodge as well as he normally would.
Right.
So,
Let's just do chaos, corrosive shot. So I'll flip a switch on my gun and shoot out a little thing of acid.
ugh. Oh yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Screams and hisses as most of a whole portion of his torso melts away from the acid, just screeches in pain, and goes still.
Okay, cool. And then I'll turn around and I want to shoot um, the this vampire.
Yeah. That one will be a little tough, tricky to hit there. He's gonna have some cover, but not a lot.
Well, okay. Yeah.
'Cause he's grappling
Um,
Torben, and so it's kind of Torben is acting as cover currently.
Okay, then let's get the other one. Then
Oh, hit him! You can do it.
oh, okay.
I can take it. Just kill this thing.
Which one?
The one on Torben.
Okay. Yeah, 29. Yeah. What's that attack?
Force. Go ahead and push him off.
Does it actually knock him back?
Yeah, it just pushes him 5 feet back.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So, you see them, Torben. You basically see this another bolt of energy come from the other direction there.
Yeah,
Slam.
you know the colors of the rainbow over here.
Yeah, this one being sort of a silvery blue, I think was the color from there. As it just smacks into his head, and his whole head just like twists at a really crazy angle, and there's this crack.
Oh
as
God!
he
just
doesn't
snapped his neck.
he doesn't actually like let go of you. Technically, you're pulled back a little bit with him as he slumps to the ground, and is his the clawed hand is still technically in your clothes, but he's not moving.
Okay. Oh, yep.
Okay. The beast is obviously screaming and, well, trying to. And he's going to go ahead and try to break out of this hold. No.
He's pretty hurt at this point, right?
Oh, yeah, he is beat to
Okay.
crap.
Mm-hmm.
Although he does heal a bit.
That's fine.
'Cause being held does not prevent his regeneration. So he's just like straining every muscle there. You just see kind of the cords and veins, everything else like stretching, pulling as he's trying to break out of this hold, and he just can't do it. He is gone. Sora, you are up.
Same guy, same verse.
Okay. You have advantage now still because he's held. And I believe it's an auto crit if you hit. Yes,
It is,
it's an
yeah.
auto
Oh, nice.
crit. Yes.
Plus
go
a
ahead
D4 for radiant.
So then roll an extra D8 and a D4. And sorry,
Max damage.
and an extra D4 because you
I
roll
just
two
said she's
D4.
going to roll 8 on a D8 now, and she totally did.
I totally did.
That one
Okay.
doesn't count. Max
It's
damage
fine.
all the way.
It's fine. Let's see. It's going to be
That's a lot.
15, 23, 24. Yeah. Essentially, with the radiant damage, you just slam this thing. Where do you want to hit him?
I want to take my hammer and smash it. Like I jump up in the air and I come down on top of his head and try to bring it the whole way through him.
Okay.
Although
You
that's not
just,
how hammers work, but like that's
well,
what
I
I
mean,
want to do.
essentially, you just hit, and there's just a searing like light from your hammer as it smacks into him, and you just kind of see his body sort of like buckle a few inches as it hits, and like so the neck compresses and the spine compresses and everything else, and there's just a flare of energy as he just lets out just obviously a silent scream of pain and gets crumpled into a heap. Lucas, you feel the spell sort of like give as like he's essentially broken out of it and collapses to the ground. That's not how it works, but I mean just for
Uh-huh.
effect.
And then movement, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit this guy.
What's your movement?
30.
At 30?
It's exactly 30 to get to where I was.
Okay. So you see this woman here who's at this point standing up from healing this guy.
Yeah, that's not going to happen anymore.
Okay. Looks up at you. Ah, no. Let's see, who do I have left here? Where are they? And hold on here. What was that? I'm trying to move sheets around real fast. That will hit for 7.
Nope, I got to roll that d4 still.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
11.
Okay. There is no extra searing, crazy, bubbling damage from this one. Oh, lost
Okay.
interest again.
Okay. I still hit her.
Okay. Yeah, we know it's gonna happen. So you pop on, we'll reset here. All right, Lucas.
Takes me off.
Sora runs past you into the tower.
Yep.
Everyone out here seems to be crumpled to the ground and not moving.
I'll move to where I can see within the tower.
Mhm.
I'll cast on her.
Sure. Okay. Oof.
Ooh,
Let's see.
I know that spell all too well.
Nope. Okay. So she will scream and clutch at her head there. What's the ongoing? She has to run, right?
Yeah. I mean, use your reaction to move as far away. The speed
4,
allows.
5, 6 right there. So she runs back there, just screeching and trying to get away.
It's forced movement, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Guy on the ground looking up at you.
As a bonus, I'll give
Oh, yeah.
Bardic Inspiration to Sora.
Okay. So Sora,
Now I can see her.
Yep. So Sora, you kind of see, kind of hear Lucas behind you there, encouraging. The guy, he looks around. He picks up his bow. It's like, no, I'm not gonna let you take everything. It's too soon. We haven't been able to. And he pulls back and shoots. And as he does,
Does he look familiar?
no, he does not.
Okay.
Essentially, you see The arrow he draws back splits into a dozen arrows as soon as it leaves the bow, and just shoots out at you there. You can make me a dex save.
Oh, because I'm so good at those.
Can I see him?
Probably not.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. It's not a spell.
Okay.
Well, no, it's actually not a spell, technically.
11.
All right. It will be. Where is it at
That's an
here?
11 on deck save there.
Cool.
I would say use the inspiration, but like that's not gonna matter.
So 14 piercing damage as this hail of arrows just splits from the bow there, and just kind of in your face, just.
Well, there's all my temp point, boys. That's actually trying to hit me now.
Mm-hmm. He will essentially just get to his feet and. Huh. That's not going to help. Yeah. He'll just kind of just looking at you, just kind of panting there with the bow in his hand, looking over his shoulder at her. Yay. Whew. Where are we here? Where'd my turnover go? I just lost my turnover. There it is.
There you
I
go.
clapped because of accident. Okay, that one's gone. That's just to the just their turn there on the Distant Whispers. Are they still frightened after that?
Yeah, it's just they have to use their reaction to run away. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she turns and essentially screams and oof. Yeah, actually, let's do it. She turns and she raises her hand, and you see this ring on her hand flash, Sora, as shoots out at you.
Having that.
25 to hit.
That'll hit me.
Let me actually roll that again because there's still. She burned both charges.
Could have done with the Ring of the Ram in the lowest one shot yesterday.
Yeah. 29 force damage, and you are knocked back 10 feet. As this glowing force just slams into you and knocks you back.
What a fun item.
Yeah, I love it. All right, that's going to be her. She's going to move back up to here, stand next to him. Longsword out in hand. And that'll be her turn. Did it again, didn't I? Yes, I did. Cool. Gone. Go ahead and see. 1, 2, Sora, you're out of it. Everyone outside here, give me a Constitution save.
Lucas, I think, is in 10 feet of me. No,
yeah,
15.
No, he's just 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, wow.
Gosh.
Wow.
Nice.
What a waste. Okay, so you all take 1 necrotic damage from the 2d8 necrotic damage this time, as the storm is growing and building. All right then, Torvin. There's 2 dead vampire bodies there next to you. They aren't moving.
Yep.
There's a big hole. There's a big gaping hole in the ground behind you.
Yeah. I look over, and I'm gonna run, and as I run, I'm like, I definitely crossed off killing a vampire off my list, and then I'll start running down. I can get to 10, 20, 30, right about here.
Sure.
And I'm going to throw my dagger directly into this guy's chest.
Sure.
Not with my teleporting dagger.
So okay, so roll the
And then
songbird.
as it wherever it lands, I don't know.
Sure.
And then when I throw it at him.
Sure.
So I'm making attack.
Nice. You hit.
Hit.
No sneak, so just 6. Okay.
No sneak damage on that one. And then as I teleport, I'm going to take the other dagger. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Teleport's in action.
But I still get a second attack as the bonus attack, right? And I haven't used my bonus action.
Sure.
So it's 2-weapon fighting still, right? So
so you bring the dagger back to you and then throwing it again?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, no. Like when I come back, I'm going to be stabbing him with the secondary dagger in my second hand.
You have to use your action to teleport. You already used your action to attack. It's an action to teleport with. It's not Misty Step, unfortunately.
You're fine. No, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Sorry. However, I did teleport.
It's still in him though. I'll just say that.
And I teleport to him on my next turn.
You could, yes.
On your next turn, yeah, you can't do it now because you've already used your action to attack him.
You can throw. You can throw another dagger.
True.
Technically, you could throw the other songbird, and then actually no, you have to be holding one of them to teleport back. Never mind.
Yep. But I'm gonna take another my other dagger out of my hand if I can. Then.
Sure.
And it says 2 attacks, but I'm guessing I only get the one, or do I get both?
Only get one. It's an action to make 2 attacks, so I'll just
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense, dude.
Yep. That will miss him.
Nah, we're gonna re-roll that below my last luck for the day.
Okay.
You can use your bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah, your bardic inspiration. Never mind.
That's right. A D4, right?
Yeah, D8.
D8.
D8, even better.
It's you hit. Don't roll it.
Yep, got it. No, it makes sense then, because I must have been almost hit as it is.
Yeah. A 1 hits him. So, roll that damage.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Thank you as always, Lucas.
Yep. So you have used your inspiration.
I haven't used my inspiration yet.
Your bardic inspiration.
Oh, his bardic. Okay, got it. I thought you meant my inspiration. I was like, I haven't used it yet.
Oh, he's sort of like looking pretty bad. Almost all the health he got is gone.
Have I used luck 2 or 3 times so far?
You used twice.
Twice, so I have it one more. Okay.
Yeah, 1 left. Yes. Okay, Amethyst, you're up. Your floaty eyeball there. You can kind of see everyone kind of rushing in toward whatever's happening inside. You can't quite see from where you are.
You were right about this fight. This is fun as hell.
Yeah. I'm gonna come a bit closer.
Now you can see.
Yeah. Beholder kin.
Does not have advantage. And which one are you attacking? Her or him?
1 each.
Okay. I need to know which is which.
Bottom one for the 17, the top one for the 15.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, this one will hit, and he will go down.
Nice.
This one misses.
Get it, Amethyst.
Because they had different armor classes. That's why I didn't know which was which. All right.
As they're looking particularly... looking particularly hurt?
Oh, yeah. She's been beat up pretty good. She's kind of staggering at this point. Like, no.
Okay, I'm just going to Eldritch Blast then.
Okay.
I get 2, right?
Yeah, you shoot twice. Yep. She just has some cover, but... Oof. Flashes past her.
Terrible.
She's kind of like ducks out of the way there. Use inspiration on one of those.
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay. Roll a d8. Yeah, that'll hit. So roll your 1d10 damage. I won't take either of those rolls since you technically would be the second one. So
D10, did you say?
yeah, d10 damage. Or just
wow, shit.
Okay.
Was it?
Be worse.
Okay, so it'll just kind of clip her as the little um eldritch little blade or whatever it is there. What does it look like? Is it just an eldritch like ball of energy or
Yeah, but obviously purple because
yeah. Yeah. So it's a purple so
why
it's
not?
kind of like clipped her in the side of the head there and just and she just sort of blinks a little bit at it and looks around. She is looking around wildly at this point, freaking out a bit.
The first time that I rolled, I did 9 force damage, but obviously,
It's okay. I mean, I yeah, she still took some, she took damage.
yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm going to spin up my Museum Generator, and I'm going to get within line sight. I'm going to cast... Well, first I gotta roll. Oh, yeah.
You're good. Yes.
I'm good. Hold person.
Okay.
On her, so DC 18.
Okay.
As the Museum in my thing starts to grow brighter and brighter, and then there's like a flash from the roiling metal liquid on my back. Whole person on her.
Yeah.
Boom.
She locks into place, wild-eyed, obviously like panicked, trying to find some way of getting away from all this. You can tell, first off, whole person worked on her. It wouldn't have worked on the other things that we were fighting here, but it did work on her, and she's just locked into place there, just fear on her face, completely terrified of what's going to be happening next here. We're going to drop out of turn order because she is the only one left at this point. There is the raging storm brewing outside, and Amethyst, you're the one's kind of still furthest out there. You will see there are skeletons and other undead things out there in the storm. They're all
Okay.
converging toward you slowly. There's dozens and dozens. Look everywhere. You watch as you can tell, first of all, that nobody in the tower is being affected by the storm.
Mhm.
So, get inside. You won't be withering away in the whatever passes for ghostly rain. And as you look, there is sort of like it's like rain is falling, but you're not getting wet. There's just it's like little lines of, it's like almost like looking at some sort of noir like film grain kind of effect of what might be rain, but there's no wetness on your skin. There's no wetness on the ground there. It's just drawing the life out of you. And as you guys kind of move in out of that rain, it doesn't affect you inside of here. And we're going. Sorry, go ahead.
Pulling everyone else, like all those people, like pulling them all in here, stripping them.
Yep. I was going to say the
Yep.
same thing, actually.
So you're grabbing everybody, bringing everybody inside here. The people that are tied up in the trees, they're Catherine over by. You bring them all rushing inside there. You will also, and we'll go. We're about to wrap it up here, but you will also find, as you look around inside of here, the 2 people that were taken from the prisoners last night are back here.
Right.
Let me just. Both of them don't look good. They have been heavily drained of blood, but they're still alive.
Nice.
Makes sense why the hunters were such a threat now. Okay.
This is a piece of cloth on the ground, as you see it.
I got that item. I love that item so much.
And basically, right over by the body here, as you go here, you can see this is a portable hole, and you can lift it up.
Oh my God.
Baxton used to have one. Baxton had one. I love it. I knew exactly what it was, but but yeah.
So you converge inside the tower. The storm's still raging. She is, once she's done being held, you can tie her up or do whatever you need to do with her.
Yeah.
She is human.
Skippies.
She's a
the
human?
rogue, the dwarf. So the pale one that was out here, the dwarf, and the hunter, the blood hunter-ish person, are all vampires.
Yep.
Everyone else is a human. Well, or
Wow.
mortal. They're non-vampires. This one, and where's the last one? There should be one more person here.
So do we think they were charmed or
No.
no? Okay.
Vampires and humans living in harmony.
Hmm.
Oh, I deleted one of them. That's why. I was like, where's the last one? Yeah, it's the
I
fudger.
don't like it.
She's gone too. Yeah, so these two here are humans, or this one's sort of a dwarf-blooded mixed heritage. This one is a human, and she is a human.
We might need to detect thoughts on her to just find out why on earth she's.
Yeah, that's why I froze her instead of blew her up.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you do
So-
that, I'll go bring the humans back to life.
So with that, we are going to close out for today. We will pick up here in the tower with investigating everything else here as we find out the mystery of what's going on here in Mornhold Tower. So thank you very much for being here, everyone. Take care. I know we have to go here, so see you soon. And thanks for stopping by today.